This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Hawaii is beautiful, but Tahiti is unforgettable. Take off to paradise from the United States, starting at $750 per person with Air Tahiti Nui. This limited time deal includes round-trip all-inclusive service to Tahiti. Visit airtahitinui.com. That's airtahitinui.com.
Look around. What do you see? Cars, lots of them. And guess what? They're probably on AutoTrader. Whether you're into timeless classics or the latest trends. Did somebody say solar-powered, eco-friendly, vegan leather-wrapped, aromatherapy-scented, disco ball-equipped self-driving car? If you see it on the road, you can likely find it on AutoTrader. Big cars, small cars, blue cars, new cars and used cars, electric cars, and one day, maybe even flying cars. With millions of options to choose from, buying a car becomes a whole lot easier. See it, find it. AutoTrader.
Hey, anyone know what channel the game's on? We know. Download the Sports on What app today and always know how to watch the game. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Subscribe today to start your 7-day free trial. Sports on What? We know.
And now, here's the question.
Hola, bitches. Good day to you and yours. All right, today is the day that we play Big Dummy, the game show that rewards you for your stunning ignorance. And here's how it works. You call us, we'll spin the category. Welcome back.
We're getting a little closer.
So you leave for a couple days, come back, and now we're getting better at it.
Yeah.
I had time to think.
Yeah. But yeah, exactly. That's all I thought about.
All you thought about. I'm sure
that
that's
was
the case. Glad you're back, man.
Thanks, dude.
So we will spin the category wheel, and then we will ask you a question from that category. But here's where Big Dummy separates itself from your average, more reputable game show. We will continue to ask you questions until you get one right. Because, as always, we want you to leave here smarter than you showed up. Now, so far this year, our biggest dummy has been the lovely and talented James, who heard the word dysentery and immediately told Terry Crews some "Yo Mama's So Ugly" jokes and found a way to answer 7 consecutive questions wrong. Can you do better? Of course you can. Everyone else has. So give us a call, and off we go on Big Dummy.
To make a test to play Big Dummy, call 206-803-ROCK. Like KISW on Facebook, follow us on X and Instagram at Men's Room Live, and send your emails to the Men's Room at KISW.com.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Oh, patrols, away we go. Welcome to season 20, episode number 4,275. Almost put us back 1,000 shows.
Come on, man. Don't do that.
Just like our happy hour.
We're not going backwards, Miles.
We've done 1 billion episodes of our happy hour podcast.
It's amazing. 1,000,006.
And only 4,275 of our regular show.
Well, we started podcasting in the 1800s.
What's a large and a charge program we have for you today? Guaranteed future repeat as the head chef is back. Ted's meat potatoes. Foods you should never store in the freezer.
Correct. Some of these you should know, but honestly, some of them you just wouldn't think about. You'd be like, well, why not? I'll save it for later.
I put all kinds of stuff in the freezer. If I get a 6-pack of or 8-pack of hot dog buns, probably put 4 of them in the freezer.
Really?
Correct.
Save them for another time. Yeah,
well, it's just him.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going to eat all those hot dogs.
Man, they do need to sell like a single people aisle, right? So it's like there's 4 hot dog buns in this. There's just 4 hot dogs in this, right? You're not going to eat that much.
Yeah. Okay. So foods,
correct.
They go bad, or they just don't. They don't.
There's a reason you shouldn't be putting them in the freezer. Okay. Not everything can go in the freezer.
All right,
I've been telling you that, Miles,
for years.
So now I got a list.
Ted's meat potatoes on the way at 4:30. Also, a little programming note. If you're interested in joining us for the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic at Jefferson Park on Monday, June 9th, just know there are a limited number of foursomes remaining. Mm-hmm. So if you want to get on that quick. All the details are KISW.com. It is a shotgun start at 8 o'clock. It is a scramble format tournament. And we'll have breakfast for you. We'll have lunch, goodie bags, a ton of prizes, and a lot of drinking and a lot of fun.
Do we know what's in the goodie bag?
You know what? There's a bunch of stuff in there.
Well, I know different people have different ideas of goodies. Like you and I might have a different idea of goodies than, say, Mike or Ted.
Well, that's the great thing about golf. You can bring some of your own goodies in your bag as you go to the golf course. I'll put it that way. A little known fact.
Golfers always have goodies in their bag.
Yes, they do.
Something extra there. But yeah, it's going to be a great day, and the foursomes seriously are selling fast. So if you want to get in on that, please do so now at KISW.com, and we'll see you out on the golf course. All right, let's see. Today is the day we play the game known as Big Dummy. Easy game to play. You're either playing for Team Sober or Team Not Sober. So far, our biggest dummy has been James. It took him 8 questions to get one right. And as we do, we like to do a little men's room poll. Last time we asked you if you could appear on a game show, which one would you pick? And the reason being, Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy, they both announced that they are going to be available on a streaming platform coming up this year.
Yep.
Not sure if they've signed that deal yet, but either way, they want to make it more accessible for you to watch the game shows, but only after they air on their respective local programming networks.
So they stream it. My understanding is they want to stream it the day after.
Correct.
They broadcast.
So if you happen to miss Jeopardy last night, you would be able to stream it today. But first crack is when it's aired live for the very first time. But they're going to go to a streaming service, so younger people maybe start watching Wheel of Fortune or Jeopardy. Also, the TV show known as Survivor. They kicked off their 48th season. And when you think about that, and you think about how far, you go back to Survivor. What was Survivor? 1997? 1998.
Like 24 years, I believe.
It's been on the air forever, it seems.
Survivor, the first season, I want to say it's 99 or 2000.
Okay. But it's been on for a long time.
Yeah.
They just started their 48th season. And then we have The Price is Right. Last week they celebrated, I believe, their 10,000th episode.
Yes, 10,000.
And a guy got on there from Sacramento and happened to win $100,000. So he won the grand prize on The Price is Right. So basically we said, hey, if you're going to be on a game show, pick a show to be on. And coming in at fourth place, Survivor, with 10% of the vote, which is a little strange because it seemed like as far as the contestants playing Big Dummy last week, that was the number one pick.
Hands down.
It really was. But as far as the poll, not so much. In third place, no surprise, at 20%, the game known as Jeopardy. As far as how you thought you could do, and we all know that Jeopardy is hard. It gets easier with Collegiate Jeopardy, Celebrity Jeopardy, Teen Jeopardy, all the ones that I enjoy watching.
Oh, yeah.
Feel a little bit more intelligent. Ted, you have the pop culture Jeopardy that you've been watching.
I got that one from Mike and his wife. Yeah, it's a great one.
Those are more in our
Colin
wheelhouse.
Jost is the host.
Oh, is he really?
And you made a rhyme.
On time.
In second place, 24% of you said you would like to go on Wheel of Fortune. That was my pick because I do crosswords, and hopefully I can figure out
that was my pick too, man.
the clue. Number one, Price is Right. Almost 50% of you, 47%, said if you could pick a show, you would be on Price is Right, assuming that you would come on down. All right, so today we're going to get some new stuff. All right.
Miles Montgomery, get on out.
Yeah, get out of here. You suck.
Imagine if they said that. Come on down. You're just like, nah.
I'm not feeling it, bro.
Let's sit this one out.
All right. We're getting new stuff on the poll this week.
We got new stuff?
Pick one new thing that you need or you want or you would like to have in your life.
Okay.
All right. So the first thing, you can get a brand new sex partner.
Okay.
Now, depending on your situation, you could be married, you could be in a relationship, you could not be in a
It
relationship.
doesn't mean you don't want a new. Look, you'd still be in a relationship. You just have a new sex partner. You say, baby, I'm horny. Got to go.
Right. I'll be back in 3 hours.
I'm in the mood for love. I'll be right back.
You could get a new sex partner. Number two, you could get a brand new car. Now, depending on what you're driving out there, a lot of people just love the car they have.
Now, is it their choice of car? Or do you not know? It's going to be a new car, but you don't know what the new car is going to be.
Well, if you're going to get a new car, I figure you pick it out on your own. So within reason of your budget, you're going to get a new car, whatever that may be.
Why don't we say $40,000 to $100,000?
Right.
Otherwise, I'm Lambo. Like, no. We're not giving you that.
I mean, that is the tough part about this question. There's a couple one.
Right. Sorry. So 40 to 100. Right. That's most random cars you see on the street.
I have an older car. It's almost got 100,000 miles on it. So trust me, it should go another 100,000.
Where is it right now?
97,000.
No, physically, where's your car?
Oh, it's at Lexus of Bellevue.
It's got another 100,000 miles. It's in the shop.
$4,000 later. And I'm thinking to myself, do I repair this thing or do I just say the hell with it, F it, and go buy another used car?
Dude, look, I just went through this. We have the Escalade. Look, we bought it used. It already had like 89,000 miles on it. It's been a badass for about 11 years, but we decided to drop over $9,000 on a new transmission. And I had the same conversation with my wife going, man, look, I understand that $9,000 is less than buying a new car, but also the idea of spending $9,000 on a car I already own really irritates the piss out of me. But in the end, we agreed, look, the reason we're paying this money on this Escalade now is because we don't have a car payment.
Yes.
We own it, so things will go south.
My problem is I do like my car.
I like my car. I'm just sick of it.
There's a lot of
the money. I'm sick of the money that goes.
That is correct. So option number 2, you can get a new car. Option number 3, you could get a new hometown. Now, if that means that you want to move out into the sticks, or you want to move to a different state, or you would like to move.
Does this mean like where you live right now, or so? Some people are. I'm from Granite Falls. I'm from Klamath Falls. We're never happy to say that. Is it just your history has changed?
Basically, no. The town that you're living in now.
Okay.
You're going to establish a new home. So if you do,
all right, so you're moving.
If you do have,
I'm with Thrill. I took this as like, no, I like college.
If you want to, if not, don't pick it. Basically, look, if you live in Klamath Falls and you want to live in Glendale, Arizona, it's probably just as expensive to live in Glendale as it is to live in Klamath Falls,
right?
Based on taxes and everything else. So that's the idea. You can move to any point, any place that you would like to, but you get a new hometown. And number 4, new job. That's it. I mean, maybe you're doing the same thing somewhere else. Maybe you're working for someone else. Maybe you decide to pick a different career. Either way, if you're not happy with your job, you get to pick a new job. So our men's room poll, you get a new one. Do you want a new sex partner, a new car, a new hometown, or a new job? And we put the poll up if you follow us on X at Men's Room Live. All right, the game is Big Dummy 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our first contestant, ready to play the big game?
Hello, Amanda. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Big Dummy!
Amanda, sober or not sober?
I am sober today.
You are sober today. All right, Amanda.
Right now, after I pick up my kids, then I may not.
All right. How many kids do you have?
I have 3 sons. 2 live with me right now. I'm about to get my 14-year-old. Shout out, Austin.
What are you, just going to pick him up at Walmart? I mean, how does one acquire a 14-year-old?
I'm picking him up from high school.
Okay. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Also, this is his first year of high school, isn't it?
It is.
Is he liking it?
Yeah. How's he doing?
He's doing great. 9th grade. He's, got friends. I'm better than I did.
Okay. All right. Well, it's a tough transition.
Well, what's the bar? Look, if my kids do better than I did in my freshman year, that just means they simply showed up at school.
Exactly.
Okay, Amanda, our poll. You're going to get something new. Do you want a new sex partner, a new car, a new hometown, or a new job?
I think new job.
New job. What do you do now for a living?
Well, currently, I'm actually looking for a job. I'm a family support specialist. Do early childhood education, early intervention, child development.
All right. Yeah, quit bragging. So what would you want to do?
Oh, surprisingly, government.
What? Yeah, good luck getting a job there right now.
I don't know if this is the time to sign up for a government job.
Yeah, that's an empty pool.
Yeah, that is well timed.
We'll dive in.
By the way, we just got a text. I'm going to read it in a voice that I think is appropriate regarding today's poll question.
Okay.
After being married for 25 years, I'm already my own sex partner, so I'll take a new truck.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's how you
That
play
answers it right
That's how
there.
you play the poll.
Well stated. All right, Amanda, here is your question. What layer of the Earth's atmosphere makes radio communication possible? The troposphere, the exosphere, the ionosphere, or the stratosphere?
I'm going to say the stratosphere is the one that is the closest. The exosphere is the outer layer. But I'm going to say the ionosphere.
The ionosphere.
The ionosphere. You know what's
Nice
amazing?
work.
But wait. What's amazing about that, Amanda, is that the troposphere is the closest to where we're at.
Oh, darn.
Yeah, just
And what's the farthest? The exo.
I want to say the exosphere is the farthest. I'm not sure what the stratosphere and ionosphere fit in there, but I know we are breathing the troposphere.
Okay.
All right. So you're one and done. First of all, brag to your kids how smart your mom is. And then also, we have a one and done question for you. True or false? The Vikings believe that in heaven there was a giant goat whose udders provided an unlimited supply of beer.
True.
Well, I would hope so. It's heaven.
I mean, look at this. That's the idea. Like, oh, dude, they'll fight anyone. They're not scared to die. Because if they do, there's a goat on the other side that has unlimited beer in its udders. That is fantastic living.
Big Dummy!
Hello, Greg. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Greg, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Team Sober.
Greg, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, today on the poll, you get something brand new. Do you want a new sex partner, a new car, a new hometown, or a new job?
I'll take a new car.
New car.
What are you driving now?
I drive a Ram.
All right.
Okay.
What would you like to get?
A Mercedes.
A Mercedes.
All right.
You sure you're sober, Greg?
I'm sure I'm sober.
Okay.
Just wants to take his time and think about things, Miles, you know.
Okay.
All right, here is your question. What candy has used the slogan, "Isn't life delicious"? They've also used the slogan, "No matter how you slice them." And finally, they've also used the slogan, "For that stormy breath." What candy?
Mentos.
Oh, not a bad guess.
Okay, wait. No matter
So
how
their first slogan, I believe, was "Isn't life delicious?" Then, "No matter how you slice them," and then "For that stormy breath," which I'm going to start using. You have stormy breath, I do
It's
declare.
not Snickers. Snickers has all those things.
Think about something for your breath.
Tic Tac?
Not a bad guess. No, you don't think of these as being for your breath, but lifesavers.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
In case you got stormy breath. All right. Your question: which music mogul was involved in the creation of Rockaware?
Good God. No idea.
I got that sense. It is in fact
Jay-Z.
Jay-Z.
Rockefeller Records.
All right,
Carter.
your question: what was the name of David Bowie's extraterrestrial glam rock alter ego?
Ziggy Stardust.
You got it.
Yes, indeed.
Nice work. Nice work. More Big Dummy coming up. If you'd like to be a contestant, 206-803-ROCK.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK. Steve, who is our next contestant, ready to play the big game?
Ranger.
Hello, Justin. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola. Justin, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Team sober today. I am slow at work.
All right, Justin.
Don't let that stop you.
Yeah, why not? Just keep it in the bottom drawer. All right, Justin, you're going to get something new. You taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new hometown, or a new job?
New car.
New car.
All right, what are you driving now?
Kia Soul.
Kia Soul. All right.
What would you buy?
So I was initially going to go back with my car before the Soul, which was a Volvo S60, but I think for my commute, I got to go with a Camry hybrid.
Okay.
Oh, you're very practical.
Yeah.
I respect that. And maybe it's just me. I admit I'm a little biased, but I feel like the only color that Kia Soul should be sold in is black. That's just me.
Yeah.
Just
My daughter, she had a Volvo, whatever that is, S60 or whatever.
CS.
No, it was just a little sedan.
All right.
But it was 2006. It was built like a tank.
Mm-hmm.
She paid $2,000 for it. That thing ran forever.
Yeah, my mother had a Volvo for years. Loved that thing. My father hated it, but my mother loved it. All right, Justin.
I love my Volvo, and I had my largest speeding ticket in that thing too. So yeah, no.
Well, why did you get rid of this Volvo that you clearly adored?
I was going to put more money into it, basically get it back up to being a reliable car for the next 15,000, 20,000 more miles, than get another car. But second kid was in the so
say no more.
Give the wife a bigger car, and then me take the wife's car.
Yeah, all you had to do was say second kid. Sums it all up. All right, Justin, here is your question. The Naval Support Facility Thurmont is better known as Camp what?
Oh. It's not McKinley, is it?
No.
No.
The Naval Support Facility Thurmont.
And it's easier if you know where Thurmont is.
Mm-hmm. Well, yes.
I'm going to have to say, let's go with Area 51. I know that's wrong, but hey.
Is it Pearl Harbor?
Camp David. Camp David.
Oh, Camp David.
Yep.
Thurmont is a tiny little town in Maryland.
Yep.
I did not know that. I just thought it was Camp David.
If you're driving up to go to Great Falls or whatever, and then Thurmont is a tiny, tiny town. I don't know how to explain it. We almost drove by it once by mistake because we were lost. So once you get close to it, you'll know you're close to Camp David.
Yeah.
But
yes.
There's no way to describe. They don't give directions. But it's up in that area.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Naval Support Facility Thurmont. All right, Justin, your question. Jimi Hendrix, Janis Joplin, Jim Morrison, and Amy Winehouse all died at what age?
Oh, it's that magical age. Oh, what was it again?
I'm not sure if it's magical, man. I mean, they'll die.
Oh, there's that too. I'm pretty sure I'm past it though.
We'll find out.
So, let's see. Sid 27.
Got it.
Yes, indeed.
Nice job.
27 years old.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Jacob. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Jacob, are you on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Not sober.
All right, Jacob. Let's see here. You're going to get something new. What do you want? A new sex partner, a new car, a new hometown, or a new job?
I mean, I would love to upgrade my truck, but I will go for new town to work in or new job, I guess.
What town are you working in now?
I'm out of Puyallup, but I work all up and down Puget Sound.
Where would you like to live?
Well, if I can make the money, Montana somewhere.
All right. Okay. Well, I don't know. It got really pricey there after Yellowstone.
Is that Wyoming or Montana?
Montana.
It is Montana. Okay. All right. Here is your question. How many sides does a heptagon have? A heptagon.
Heptagon?
Heptagon.
Is that 9?
9 is a nonagon. A heptagon has 7 sides. 7.
Okay.
All right, your question. What popular 1990s toy was banned from the United States National Security Agency in the 1990s?
Just that one agency banned it?
National Security Agency said, look, man, I don't know why anyone there would have this toy there, but they said, you
can't come in here.
That toy cannot be in this building, cannot be in our headquarters.
For some reason, I want to say Legos.
I'll say one of those Nerf.
Let me.
It's got to have something to do with like a computer system or something, right?
Think Chinese made, like TikTok, right? The TikTok's spying on everybody. That's the whole goal.
Teddy Ruxpin.
Is it like the Furby?
It is the Furby. That is correct. They would not let the Furby. Yeah.
Okay.
Think about that, Lucy.
Yeah, Furby.
They thought it had a listening device in it?
Because it was Chinese made. It didn't own espionage and the whole thing. Okay. So they were convinced, so we've upgraded to TikTok now. All right, your question. What city is home to the University of Oregon?
Let's go with, oh my gosh. I'm thinking of too many.
Well, it's on I-5.
It's on I-5, okay.
In the Willamette Valley.
That doesn't help very much. I've lived in Puget Sound my entire life.
South of Portland, south of Salem.
Well,
to say it on TV.
I'm going to be like Meg and say Oregon City.
Eugene.
No, me, Steve.
Eugene. Oh, my goodness. Okay.
All right, Jacob. The Caspian Sea is not actually a sea. It's what type of body of water? Kind of funny when you say it out loud. It's not actually a sea, man. Totally cool.
It's pretty nice. It's caught on a bad day. It's not a sea.
A body of water, like a lake? Or
there you go.
Yeah, a lake.
A lake it is. Davis Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola. Tom, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
All right, Tom, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, what are you taking a brand new one of? Sex partner, car, hometown, or job?
Probably vehicle.
Vehicle. Okay, what's wrong with the one you had?
Nothing, but it's just the best option of the four.
All right. You got a pretty good sex partner, Tom?
I've been married for 27 years. And
okay.
That is not what he asked you, but that was well answered. All right, Tom, here's your question. What is the capital of Turkey? I would accept gravy.
Ankara, I do declare.
Damn.
Do declare. Well done.
All right, before we let you go, man, a true or false question for you. True or false, basketball was created in Canada?
I'm going to say false.
New York, wasn't it, or
Massachusetts. So the misnomer is the guy that created it was, in fact, Canadian, but he was at a YMCA, I believe, trying to figure out something to do and created basketball. So this
right, the Peach Basket. Who is that? Because they give out the awards,
is it
too.
Abner? No. That's baseball.
Doubleday is baseball.
Is Naismith.
John Naismith.
Okay.
Right, Springfield, Massachusetts.
Springfield, Massachusetts, yeah. Apparently Ted knows.
Well, Morgan Wooten from DeMatha is one of the only high school coaches in the Basketball Hall of Fame.
That would explain it. Hello, Debbie. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, biatches.
Hola.
Debbie, are you sober or not sober?
I'm a little bit too sober.
All right, Debbie, welcome to Big Dummy. Nothing wrong with that. You're driving. All right, Debbie, tell me you want a new sex partner or a new car, hometown or job.
Car.
Wow, that was quick.
What are you driving?
2017 Hyundai Tucson.
Okay, what's wrong with that ride?
It's just got too many miles on it.
Okay.
I commute a lot.
All right.
Okay, that'll do it.
Yes, sir.
All right, Debbie, here is your question. What color is human blood that is not oxygenated? So what color is human blood when it is not oxygenated?
Oh, wow. Purple?
Red.
It's still red. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ouch. Well, that was a trick question. That's not fair.
It wasn't a trick. It's just like, hey, what color is it, man? That's all.
Okay, I'll give you it.
It was just asked by an a-hole. So you're confusing an a-hole asking you a basic question for a normal person asking you a trick question.
Well, you should know that if you give blood.
Yeah, there's a good sign right there.
Yeah, you see it in the back.
Yes. All right.
All right, your question. What is the deadliest jellyfish in the world?
Oh.
Mike, you are awesome at charades.
Thank you.
It's all about how you communicate, man.
I have no idea. Is a stingray a jellyfish?
No. It is not. We're just going to go ahead and spin that.
Is it the man of war?
No. Come on. Look at Mike. Here's his charade.
The vagina fish.
Close. The box jellyfish.
Oh.
That's what he was doing. I was like, right.
All right.
That was his charades to me.
Jesus.
He was expressing. Yeah.
Well, it's really accurate.
He was right. Yeah. Okay. Your question, in what organ would you find the caudal lobe? The liver, the pancreas, the brain, or the heart?
The what?
The caudal lobe. You don't have conversations about the caudal lobe?
Talk about it all the time.
That's what we do. Anyway, what organ would you find it in? The liver, the pancreas, the brain, or the heart?
I'm going to say liver.
Boom!
Got it.
Acting like you don't know
job.
what a caudal lobe is. See that?
Big time alcoholic. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 round.
Hello, Parker. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores. Parker, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober right now.
All right, Parker, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, the men's room poll, you're going to get a brand new what? Sex partner, car, hometown, or job?
Well, I've worked hard over here. I have a nice cars, nice home, so I guess hometown. I was born down in Phoenix.
I thought you were going to say sex partner.
Okay.
The way you eliminated the
So
other two.
does that mean you would move back to Phoenix if you could?
No, like you asked, would I rather have a different hometown? Like,
Well, what I mean
rather
is-
have a.
Parker, what we're saying is maybe the phrasing is a little bit wrong, but compared to where you live now, would you like to live somewhere else?
Oh, probably not. I live in Shelton. It's a beautiful small town. I love it. I don't know. Like, I love everything. All these options, I love them. I love my house, my car, my wife, my town. Like, I don't know.
But does your wife love you? That's the real question here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. She loves me.
Her hands on. All right, Parker. Here is your question. NBA Hall of Famer Larry Bird. He also won Coach of the Year while coaching which team?
I don't know NBA, so what's going? The Miami Heat.
I'll say the Indiana Pacers.
You're in fact correct. The Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. I forgot that he coached that team.
Me too. He was even Coach of the Year, and we forgot that he coached the team.
I think most people would just think Celtics because he played there.
He played there, but he's from Indiana, right?
Correct. French Lick.
Oh, God. I don't know why. I feel like you just said this, like 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, you just can't forget it once you know he's from a town called French Lick.
You think he says it that way? Hey, where are you from, man? French Lick.
Nah, I feel like somehow that part of Indiana is like southern. Like French Lick.
We might be in Indiana, but this is the accent we have here.
French
Lick.
yeah.
I do declare I am from French Lick. All right, your question. What do the letters ATM stand for? As in, I'm going to go get money at the ATM.
Automatic transaction machine.
I think it's automated teller machine.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Automated teller machine. I want an AFTM. That would be the automated fortune teller machine. Here's $20. You're not going to have money for a while. All right, your question for me. Mike, I'm looking for your charades on this one.
Oh, yay.
Flamingos are pink as a result of eating what?
Shrimp.
Shrimp. There you go. Nice one.
Man, it turned that one pink.
Game is Big Dummy, 206-803 round.
Oh, man. Hello, Josh. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Oh, yeah. Josh, are you on team sober or team not sober?
Team not sober today.
What are you doing, Josh? You drinking a men's room IPA?
No, sir. A little whiskey cocktail.
Oh, you're making cocktails. Well, excuse
Are
me.
you having like an old fashioned?
No, just a whiskey coke.
Okay.
All right. I
Can't
guess
go wrong with
whiskey
that.
Coke is always whiskey Coke. You said cocktail.
Well, it is technically a cocktail, right?
Cocktail.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ted.
Look at
Back
cocktail.
off, man. Just because it has 2 ingredients.
You got to have 3 ingredients to make it a cocktail.
That's BS.
That's a mixed drink, what he's having.
Oh.
Oh, really?
I don't know. That's just what I would call
sound
them.
good. That does sound good.
All right.
Right, you know, like whiskey, like Jack and Cokes. Like, all right, that's a mixed drink.
All right.
Like you say cocktail to me, like the shaker's out, the stirrer's out.
The bartender secretly hates you.
Yeah, but okay, how many ingredients does a mimosa have?
Mimosa.
2.
Is it a mixed drink?
That's
or
a mixed
cocktail?
drink.
That's a mimosa. It's got its own name. Stands on its own.
Well, most of these do.
But morning beverages, for some reason, you don't think of as cocktails unless you got like a old fashioned at breakfast
Or a martini or something.
which would be bold.
Bloody
But Miles,
Mary.
I don't know why. Bloody Marys, you're right. That is a mixed drink, but they're just Bloody Marys and mimosas.
I don't know if Ted is right, but I like his thinking. A cocktail is 3 or more ingredients, and then a mixed drink is just a drink where the ingredients are the name. A gin and tonic.
All right.
A Jack
okay,
and Coke.
fair enough. All right, Josh, you're going to get something new. You taking a new sex partner, new car, new hometown, or new job?
Probably new car.
New car. What's wrong with your car right now?
There's nothing wrong with it, but I like all the other things that I have right now. So
You ever
Smells
notice,
like feet.
You ever notice when you get rid of a car and there's nothing wrong with it, you miss the car when it's gone because you
Of
realize
course.
what a reliable, great car it was?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Every
I mean, it
time.
never fails. Oh, I'm going to get this because it looks cool.
It
12,000
sucks.
miles in, you're in the shop. Like, oh, man.
All right, Josh, here's your question. What name brand condiment is mentioned in the horrible Jimmy Buffett song Cheeseburger in Paradise?
is it ketchup?
Name brand.
Name brand.
Any brand? Heinz?
Heinz 57. If you had said Hunt's, I'd
You don't
have
like
punched
Heinz 57?
I do like Heinz
All right.
57.
Okay.
Hang on, man. You're
I always
done,
thought Cheeseburger in Paradise was a decent one.
Of course you did. All right, here is your question. True or false, snakes have eyelids?
True.
No.
They don't have eyelids.
They don't blink.
Even when they sleep, their eyes are just wide open. Which is actually a great defense mechanism because you don't know if you can approach the thing. Like, is it asleep? I do not know.
Sleep with one eye open. That's about a penis.
I mean, it's a snake. Don't approach it.
Hello, AJ. Welcome to the men's room.
Liquor and whores.
Liquor and whores.
AJ, are you sober or not sober?
Totally sober.
All right. Welcome to Big Dummy, AJ. Okay, what are you taking new? Sex partner, car, hometown, or job?
I'm going to go car.
Car. You've been loving the car.
I've got to ask you, what are you driving, man?
Toyota Corolla 2016.
How many miles you got on that thing?
Almost 150,000.
You probably never had too many problems with it, right?
Barely broken in, yeah. No, it's great. I love it.
See, this is
But I
why
don't
you
want
don't,
anyone
AJ,
more
don't
than-
turn that car in, man. You'll get something, it'll just be a piece of crap.
What would you replace it with? They say, all right, man, just pick your car. Between 40 and 100 grand, what are you getting?
Ooh, I kind of want a Cobra Mustang, like 96.
Ah, see, there goes your
Okay.
insurance payments.
Yeah, but it's fun. All right, AJ, here's your question. What Hanna-Barbera cartoon character was known for the catchphrase, exit stage left, when he dashed off?
that's a Snagglepuss, Steven.
Good God, man.
One and done, AJ.
All right, before we let you go, one and done question for you. Not many people think of Snagglepuss, not the top of the cartoon. All right, true or false?
Only 33, too, so.
That actually is very surprising to me. Sharks are the only fish that can blink with both eyes. True or false?
Ooh. I'm going to say false.
Believe it or not, it's true. Because remember, they roll their eyes back in their head
When they
attack anything. Trust me, it took me a second. I'm like, wait a minute.
Well, it's like, to me, it's kind of like football, right?
Tackle with your eyes open.
Right, but it's hard to do. It's instinctive. Right before impact, kind of close your eyes. And it's like,
Yes.
hey, you're right. Make sure that 15-year-old doesn't do it, but like sharks do it.
Yeah, sharks are like, dude, I'm better than you. I do it.
Yeah.
Hello, Ariel. Welcome to the men's room.
Hello.
Hola.
Ariel, are you sober or not sober?
I'm sober.
You are sober.
Tell me your middle initial is A, and it'll make my day.
No, it's not.
Damn it.
Ariel, you're going to get something new. You taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town, or a new job?
Sex partner.
Sex partner.
What's wrong with the one you got?
Yeah, exactly.
They currently don't exist.
They don't exist. Okay.
Don't you have control over that? I mean, you hold the key to that safe, correct?
Of course, but
Yeah.
you got to have the treasure first.
Okay.
You just got to give somebody the key.
Fair enough.
Here.
All right, here's your question. Where in your body would you find the sclera? SCLERA, the sclera. What a beautiful word.
Would that be in the legs?
Hopefully not, because for most people, it's in their eyes.
Oh.
Now, look, I've never met you. Maybe you have eyes on your legs, in which case I'm not judging.
Ariel, do you have kids back there? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes, I got 3 of them.
Are they yours, or did you just snatch them off the street?
Yeah, they're mine.
All right. Okay, just want to make sure.
Were they all from the same sex partner?
Of course.
All right. But you're looking for a new one.
Oh, yeah.
An upgrade. You know,
Okay,
like
all right,
anything, man.
all right,
Too many miles on the old
I
one.
need a big upgrade.
Big upgrade. I see what you're saying, man.
So you're doing a trade-in on the man.
Yeah. Pronounced hood ornament. All right. Your question, what was Joan Jett's backing band? Joan Jett and the...
You'll find it in Thrill's chest.
Is it a fanny pack?
Joan Jett and the fanny packs? Is that what you said?
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds...
You were very close. Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Not for nothing, I'm going to use that for a backing band.
The fanny packs?
Mike Hawk and the fanny packs.
Oh, yeah. I love a fanny pack.
Yeah, I bet you do.
All right, Ariel. Your question. A good old solid fanny pack. Who was the first black woman to host a TV show?
Would that be Oprah?
It is Oprah.
Oprah! Because I can't say anything without singing.
More Big Dummy coming up, 206-803-ROCK.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids to a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
I'm not exactly a tech genius, but I knew one thing for sure. If I wanted my small business to crush it, I needed a website that worked like a pro. And I needed it yesterday. Lucky for me, Bluehost made it ridiculously easy. With their AI design tools, building my website was a walk in the park. I could customize, optimize, and monetize everything exactly how I wanted. In just a few minutes, I had a secure site up and running. I couldn't believe how straightforward it was. And getting found online? Bluehost helped me with that too. I perfected my keywords and meta descriptions with their search engine tools. The AI even gave me suggestions to improve my pages. Now I can sit back, relax, and focus on my customers while my website continues to rank higher and higher on Google. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, I wasn't worried about taking the plunge. And now I am so glad I did. Head over to Bluehost.com and build something special today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hawaii is beautiful, but Tahiti is unforgettable. Take off to paradise from the United States, starting at $750 per person with Air Tahiti Nui. This limited time deal includes round-trip all-inclusive service to Tahiti. Visit airtahitinui.com. That's airtahitinui.com.
Look around. Every car you see is probably on AutoTrader. New cars, used cars, electric cars. As for flying cars, well, we're ready when they are. If you see a car you like, find it on AutoTrader. That's our kind of thing. AutoTrader.
Hey, what's the easiest way to find out what channel the game's on? Sports on What? Subscribe to the Sports on What app and quickly find the channel for every provider. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel the game is on, and you can too. Download today.
99.9 KISW. The shenanigans continue. This is the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
KISW presents the Miles Montgomery Golf Classic presented by Pinky's Plumbing. That's going down at Jefferson Park Monday, June 9th. Teddy, you ready for a little golf? Let's tee it up. When's the last time you swung a club?
Think. It's someone's head or a golf ball?
I mean, I haven't played on a course in probably 10 years. It's probably Top Golf, maybe like a year ago.
But you still have your clubs, right?
Oh, Miles, that is a good question.
Surely you didn't misplace a bag of golf ball clubs?
No, but those clubs were given to me, and one of the moves, I might have just said, screw it.
Okay. All right. Join us for the Miles Montgomery Classic Monday, June 9th. A limited number of foursomes are still available, and all the details at KISW.com. All right, the game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Hunter. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bicholas.
Hola.
Hunter, are you sober or not sober?
I just got off work, so I'm still sober.
Okay. I wonder if anyone names their kid Gatherer.
Oh, no, you hear the Hunters. Yeah, but no Gather.
No berries for you. All right, Hunter, you're going to get something new. You taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town, or a new job?
The only one I'm interested in is the job.
Okay.
Uh-oh. What do you do now?
I just got out of the Army, and I applied for a local police force.
All right. Okay.
Awesome.
All right, Hunter. Here is your question.
You should be okay. My niece just became a cop.
Oh, yeah. So how long has she been doing it? 2 months? 3 months?
She's 2 weeks on.
2 weeks on. All right.
Correct.
She had to bust any shootouts?
Anything
like TV?
They haven't let her arrest somebody yet. They had one, lights and sirens. She's in Charleston, South Carolina, so it's a little
less.
Right. North Charleston has crime. That's a different municipality.
Okay.
So she's only had a couple, like the big calls. And frankly, she's just starting. So she's working Tuesday through Friday, like daytime.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Call some people, get some daytime action going on. All right, Hunter, here is your question. What artist backing band was the Miracles? What artist backing band was the Miracles? You want to give me a hint?
Artist backing band?
Yeah.
Happy Chinooka.
Mm-hmm.
You got me on that one. Journey.
Smokey Robinson.
Happy Chinooka.
Smartest man on earth.
In the Miracle.
Yeah. Journey in the Miracles. All right, your question. A man by the name of Yuri Gagarin was the first man to return safely from where?
Yuri Gagarin?
Yuri Gagarin.
Yuri.
The Swiss Alps.
What was that?
Swiss Alps.
The Swiss Alps.
I'll say the International Space Station.
Space in general.
Space in general.
Yep.
Okay.
Word on the street is he got up there and went, nah, not for me.
Coming back down, man. Nah, man, I'm not feeling this, bro.
Thought it'd be a lot cooler.
It's just, it's blue. We knew that. Cool. All right.
Bring me home.
All right, the question. Which U.S. president owned a pet hyena? This is early 20th century. And if you know anything about this particular guy, you're not sure. I think he had more than just a pet hyena.
Correct. It adds up.
What else did he have?
I guess Teddy Roosevelt.
You got it. You guys correct him.
I don't know, but he was such an avid outdoorsman, hunter.
But didn't he have like a hippo or something? Like there was.
He had a few.
Like the hyena is just one, I believe, of a menagerie of craziness this dude brought in the White House. Can you imagine trying that today? No, today, ladies and gentlemen, the U.S. president has a pet hyena. Like it just, it would not go over, man. There's no way.
Oh, he had a bear?
He had a bear?
Died like a dog.
What else does he have?
See, there was a small bear named Jonathan Edwards, a lizard named Bill, guinea pigs, Maud the pig, Joshua or Josiah the badger.
He had a badger.
Yep, a blue macaw, a hen, a one-legged rooster, a hyena, and a bowhard. Oh, and Peter the rabbit.
Peter the rabbit.
And a pony.
Jesus
man.
I know.
Got a zoo. It's the Washington National Zoo.
He may have been the only president to have a professional cleanup after your petter guy. Hello, Brock. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitches.
Hola.
Brock, are you on team sober or team not sober?
I am sober because I'm driving to a doctor's appointment.
What's wrong with you, Brock?
Rotator cuff.
Oh, boy. That sucks. How did you do it?
Work. It's a work injury. I've been actually out since November, so that's why I've been able to call in so many times.
Oh, damn.
All right, Brock, you're going to get something new. You taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town, or a new job?
Well, I have a question about the job. And hey, welcome back, Ted.
Thanks, Brock.
Yeah. So the job, can it be the same job but just closer to home? Because
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a different job.
My commute's 3.5 to 4 hours a day, so I'll just take a closer job.
All right. Or are you going to take it in a new hometown?
Yeah, no kidding. All right.
Well, I like my new hometown now, so.
Here is your question. Who played the female lead in the movie American Beauty?
Reese Witherspoon?
A little bit more forehead, but hey. Mina Savari. Right? Really good looking woman. I just there's a lot of forehead looking at you. All right, your question. What type of animal are the Galapagos Islands named after?
A hippo?
I would say a tortoise.
A tortoise. You are correct.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot.
All right there, Brock. Leonardo DiCaprio played what Shakespearean character in a 1996 movie?
Can you give me a hint?
It's probably one of the most famous Shakespearean characters.
Right, they did like an updated version of it.
Uh-huh. Some people might nickname you this.
Brock, you probably have a pair of shoes that have this nickname to them.
You think?
I mean, Mike has a pair. I know I have a pair.
Oh, shoot. All right. Romeo and Juliet. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Romeo.
Who's Romeo?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's...
You got a pair of Romeos?
What are Romeos?
It's kind of like a boot, but it's just a shoe. There's no laces. It's just, you just put them on.
Oh, I know what you're saying.
Yeah, people wear them all the time to our event. I never heard of them until I moved out here, and then I bought them. And I was like, I called the girl I was dating. I was like, you won't believe this. They're like boots, but they're shoes. And she's like, what? And she showed up. She's like, oh, yeah, it's a pair of Romeos. She's like, all right, congratulations.
I've heard a different name for them, and I cannot remember what it is.
But I'm sure there's a technical name. I just know everybody out in the, if you live outside the city, they're Romeos.
All right, Romeos. Didn't know. Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, big fellas.
Hola. Adam, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober, Miles.
Not sober. Are you drinking a men's room 20th anniversary lager there, Adam?
No, I'm drinking Bud Light. I haven't found that lager yet.
I'll tell you what, man. It's in Safeways. It's in QFCs, your local convenience stores. It's on tap in a number of locations. If you're drinking a Bud Light, you are going to love the 20th anniversary lager because it actually tastes like beer.
Yeah.
All right, Adam. You're going to get something new. You're taking a sex partner, a car, a new town, or a new job?
Well, I just bought a car. I've been at my job for 25 years, and I got divorced last Thursday, so I'll take a sex partner.
Sex partner, sweet, finally.
Last Thursday.
How you feeling about the divorce? Is it heavy or are you feeling lighter?
How can you feel heavy about a new car?
I'm feeling lighter.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Did you buy?
It was a long time. She went kind of mentally ill, and I had to take a walk.
So what car did you buy that you've been wanting to buy for a long time and you never could?
It wasn't what I want. Well, it wasn't new. I bought a 2014 Toyota Tacoma TRD Sport.
All right. That's great. That's a great truck, man.
Well, good for you, man. All right, Adam, here is your question. Other than the bald eagle, which is also a nickname for my penis, other than the bald eagle, what is the only other species of eagle found in the United States?
The golden eagle.
All right, one and done.
One and done.
By the way, did you know that the eagle screech we hear is not real?
What do they sound like?
It's just much quieter and like, chirp. It sounds like a regular bird.
I think they'll scream. The one that lives in the tree, the golf course, screams all the time.
Eagles don't make that sound. It's a red-tailed hawk.
Aha.
But somebody in like the 30s or something put it in a film that the bald eagle is making that sound. Right. That is a hawk.
Oh, that sound.
Not an eagle.
Oh, okay.
All right, hang on. You're one and done, but before we let you go, true or false question for you. Koalas or marsupials? Koalas or marsupials?
False.
That is true. They are, in fact. Would you eat a soup called marsup?
Marsup? I give it a shot.
Marsup.
Yeah. Yep.
Hello, Nick. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Hola.
Nick, sober or not sober?
Driving home from work, sober.
Okay. Hey, we eat matzo ball soup. Would you eat matzo balls?
Can I say something real quick on that topic?
Sure.
I love how you guys, if anyone says they're not sober and they're driving, you cut them off. I think that's super awesome of you guys.
Well, look, man, pull over. You're not going to talk to us when you're making that kind of decision.
Right, exactly. All right, Nick, you're getting something new. You taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town, or a new job?
I got to pick a new hometown. I'll pick one of those.
All right, where are you living now?
Right now, Spanaway, originally from Renton.
Okay, where would you prefer to live if you could?
Oh, man, I would love to live somewhere tropical, San Diego, Monterey.
I'm right there
Never
with
been
you.
to Miami.
Yeah.
Man, take San Diego over Miami, and I'm saying, honestly, just the humidity. It's not fun in Miami.
Mm-hmm. Hey, and if you're used to prices around here, San Diego's affordable.
Yeah.
I mean, dead serious.
I was in the military down there. It's quite expensive, but the weather is great. The beach is lovely. The food is awesome.
I love the beaches, man. The beaches. And sometimes I go to the ocean.
Mission
Right near the
Beaches.
beach.
Mission Beaches burritos.
Yeah, man. All right, here's your question. What is the fastest flowing river in the world?
Let's go Nile River.
I'll go Amazon.
The Amazon.
No kidding.
Yeah, I did not know that either. Probably so the water can get the hell out of the Amazon.
It's also huge.
How wide does it get? Do you know?
At the mouth. I mean, that thing is. I mean, it's basically brackish. So it's basically a sound or a bay for about 50 miles in at the mouth of it.
Because they get dolphins in that.
They get sharks.
Those pink dolphins.
Yeah.
Oh, they get sharks too.
That's what I'm saying. Like at least 40, 50 miles is brackish.
I know they have those pink dolphins.
So bull sharks can get up in there.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because not everything else there wants to
They
kill
have
you.
crocodiles.
Nice. Make it a point. Do not go to Amazon. All right, your question. What is the name of Gianni Versace's sister who took over control of the business after his death? Also known as the plastic surgery nightmare.
Oh, you're asking the wrong guy, that one. It was Marcella.
Is it Donatella?
Donatella Versace. Have you seen a picture of this woman?
Not lately.
I mean, it's She's the poster child for excessive plastic surgery. All right, there, Nick. The eggs of what sturgeon are the preferred form of caviar?
You guys got some difficult ones today.
It's also the name of a whale, but it's also the name of a sturgeon.
I thought it came from the whale.
No, sturgeon. Those would be mammals. That'd be gross.
Oh, yeah.
Beluga.
Yeah, I got it.
Boom.
Correct.
Beluga.
I've always heard of beluga caviar. I didn't realize it was from a fish.
Yeah, from a beluga sturgeon. So caviar is supposed to be from a sturgeon in the first place. Not every place even does that. And then the preferred sturgeon eggs are beluga.
I was just telling Steve, I was looking at a piece of sturgeon the other day at the grocery store. I'm like, man, I don't know if I want to eat dinosaur. I know
But
it's
you
delicious.
know it's delicious.
I know it's delicious, but
You
it's
can't
still
get past
had
the
it, right?
look.
You look at, yes, many times. But
It's awesome.
But I've always got it in a restaurant. So to look at it in the package, I'm like, oh, man, that's a dinosaur.
They're not a pretty fish.
I've eaten
No,
alligator.
They're not. The fillet does not look good raw. I know it cooks up white, but still.
It just doesn't start that way.
Yeah.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Tom.
Tom.
No time.
Put Tom on hold. Hello, Dwayne. Welcome to the men's room.
What's happening, gentlemen?
Dwayne, on team sober or team not sober?
Sober. Just got in the driveway here and cracked my first one waiting for you fellas. So.
Okay. All right, Dwayne, you're going to get a new one. You taking a sex partner, car, new town to live in, or a job?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. I'll just take a new car, I guess, man.
New car it is.
Yeah, I can't really, been married 21 years, so I better stay away from the sex partner.
Does your wife listen to the show?
No.
Would you like to change your answer?
I should be all right.
All right.
We'll keep it with the rig, man.
Okay.
We'll keep a new rig.
Yeah, always err on the side of caution. All right,
Yes,
Dwayne.
sir.
Here is your question, multiple choice. Middleton, Wisconsin is home to the National Museum of what? The National Museum of Milk, Cheese, Mayonnaise, or Mustard?
The obvious answer, I think, would be cheese in Wisconsin.
Is that your guess?
I'm going to stick with it.
Nope. That's why I threw it in there. It does seem like the natural thing, right? You guys have any guesses? So it could be cheese, milk, mayonnaise, or mustard.
I'll say milk.
Nope.
Mayonnaise.
Mustard. The National Museum of Mustard is in Middleton, Wisconsin.
Shouldn't it be like Germany?
You would well, that would be their national
Well,
museum.
okay, Pennsylvania. Someplace like
Yeah,
that.
I
a lot
would
of
think more
Germans and Germans
PA.
up there, so.
There's a lot of Germans in PA, too, man. Good Lord. All right, your question. What is the closest country to the United States that does not border the United States?
Cuba.
Russia.
Oh, Russia.
Oh, because up north.
Yep.
Yeah.
I would have gone with Cuba, too, dude.
That was actually what I guessed. And I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah, Russia makes sense. All right, your question. What kind of sauce is served on Eggs Benedict?
Hollandaise.
Very good, very good.
When's the last time you had Eggs Benedict?
Never.
You've never had Eggs Benedict, man?
Why not?
I just, when it comes to breakfast, I just kind of like my staples, and so I've been interested in it, but I've never pulled the trigger.
Now, I hear you. I hear you. All right.
They
So
have crab
most people like their breakfast staples. But somehow, if you go out for dinner, you're willing to try stuff.
Sure.
So I'm saying, man, just take that once, apply it to breakfast, just try the eggs. But you can still get all the good sides.
Sure.
You know, bacon.
Do you
all
like
that
runny
stuff.
eggs?
Yeah.
All right, you're
All right.
good.
I'm just
But
not
you
much
would-
for seafood in the morning, so I wouldn't go with the,
Well,
with the
hang
crab.
on.
Benedict.
Crab,
I know.
they could add, the standard one is just ham, egg. It has nothing to do with seafood.
Sure, I know. I just know that there is seafood ones. That's just not a draw for me. So
Okay.
But also, I was telling Mike, it's more of a, like, brunch item.
It is
Like, you
brunchier
go to-
than
you go-
breakfast. That's fair.
Yeah, like, normal breakfast, like omelets, this and that. But by the time you get to, like, chicken and waffles, you get,
Get
that's
your
for
eggs,
sure.
Benny.
More Big Dummy on the way, 206-803-ROCK.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. A.K.A. You're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Always live on the free Odyssey app. From the Pinky's Plumbing Studio, you're in the men's room. Text the guys at 206-803-ROCK.
Ted Chef is back. Ted's Meat and Potatoes coming up at 4:30. Foods you should never store in the freezer.
Get it out of the freezer.
In the meantime, the game is Big Dummy. 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Albert. Welcome to the men's room.
Big Dummy!
Hola. There you go, Albert. Albert, sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Albert, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, our men's room poll, you're going to get something new. Are you taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town to live in, or a new job?
I mean, I like living here, and I like my job, and I have multiple sex partners, so I guess a new car.
New car.
Why can't you just add a new sex partner to your multiple sex partners?
I won't be greedy.
Oh, okay.
Thanks for sharing.
All right, Albert, with the multiple sex partners. Here's your question. What decade saw the introduction of the Easy Bake Oven, Light Bright, and the Spirograph?
I'm going to go with the 90s.
I'll say 60s.
It was, in fact, the 1960s.
Damn.
They've been around for a hot minute, man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I'd say Easy Bake Oven. Never had one of those. Didn't want one.
Oh, I had one. I had one that was, I had a Pizza Hut Easy Bake Oven.
Was it Pizza Hut branded?
Well, it looked like the Pizza Hut building.
They just couldn't call it that, but it was.
No, it was Pizza Hut.
They probably did.
Yeah, they did. And you made little pizzas.
I mean, I didn't have one, but like my sister had one.
Did you have a Light Bright?
Yes.
We definitely had a Light Bright.
Man, my parents never got me a Light Bright. I asked for it every Christmas. I did have the Spirograph.
Which one's the Spirograph?
Stick your pencil on all the different little gear-looking things, trace it around.
Yeah.
And you get the cool designs and all that kind of thing. Yeah.
Look at this guy right here.
Let me see this. Damn, bro. All right.
Put a little pizza in there.
That's a sweet Easy Bake Oven you got there.
Sorry, but like where Miles grew up too, he had the only Pizza Hut.
People came from far.
You're not kidding.
From far and wide. Show up at Miles' house.
I heard the Montgomerys have a Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
Oh, well, hell.
And if you're wondering where the Little Caesars guy came from, they stole it from Pizza Hut.
Look at that.
Essentially.
That is the Little Caesars guy. I will be damned. All right, Albert, here is your question. Whose chest contained the Treasure Island map? Whose chest contained the Treasure Island map?
Debbie's.
That was her
I'm
belly.
going to go, I don't know, King Tut. I don't know.
King Tut.
Blackbeard.
Nope.
I mean, it's a pirate. Davy Jones?
Billy Bones.
Billy Bones.
Billy Bones.
Billy Bones. Billy
I thought he
Bones.
was just a radio guy.
No, man, Billy Bones.
It's Bobby Bones.
Damn it.
Is it Bobby Bones?
Yeah.
It is Bobby Bones.
My mother calls me Robert.
Sorry, Bobby.
All right, your question. The Iditarod dog race ends in what Alaskan city?
Oh, my God. Anchorage.
No.
It used to start in Anchorage, but this year they had to move it because there's no snow.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And they go like way up north.
Well, it ends
I'll say
in Nome.
Fairbanks.
Nome.
Oh, no.
Nome, Alaska.
Ends in Nome.
That's funny. Last night at the airport, I ran into my buddy's wife, and she had just gotten back from that.
From Nome? Oh, the Iditarod.
Well, I guess
Or
both.
both. Okay. I was going to say, why the hell was she at Nome? That explains it.
She's a dog person. She works for a dog company.
Thank you.
She's got a very photogenic dog.
All right.
Was her dog in the race or her dog?
Nah, he's like a little wiener dog, Soto. But I think she works for a company that sells pet food, and dog food specifically. So that's a big event for them.
How many wiener dogs do you think it would take? You're going to do that Iditarod, but only with wiener dogs. How many dogs do you think you'd need to pull your sled?
But I mean, it would be in the hundreds because even if they could pull it, the snow would be so deep they would all die.
Hundreds of wiener dogs.
You'd have to swap them in and out.
This year's winner.
Wife used to work up there doing veterinary work on the dogs.
For the Iditarod.
They
What is a typical injury?
They're tame, but they're not. I mean, you got to admit, those guys are chained up out back in separate little homes, and they're spaced apart. So as far as they're a little wild,
Yeah, thanks.
so to speak.
Yeah. An Alaskan dog that's happy to run through the snow and pull you, you got to think he's got some issues.
And I think they're kind of making it weak now. They all wear those little booties.
Do they actually wear booties now?
Yeah.
For real.
Crampons.
Back in my day, those dogs just went paw to snow.
And we use wiener dogs. Hundreds of them died in one race.
Bring me 100 more dash hounds.
The forest was littered with dead wiener dogs. But I'd be damned if I was going to quit that race.
Well, 1 foot of snow and you're screwed.
Never got attacked by a wolf, though.
They pulled from underground. All right. You can never see them, but they just kept pulling.
And, like, your daughter would have to be the only person that could drive that sled.
And she weighs what, like 8 pounds?
Right.
All right. Here's your question. What famous composer produced his first opera at age 12?
Oh, my God. I'm thinking of two. Hold on.
He also wrote Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star at age 5. That's not a
wow.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty smart. I'm going to go with Beethoven.
Beethoven was stupid.
Tchaikovsky?
Mozart.
Mozart.
Oh, my God. I'll never tell you.
All right, Albert, question 5.
I don't think I can even draw my name at 5. That guy wrote a song.
I was not doing a lot of 5. Nothing noteworthy, anyway. Maybe I stopped
Didn't he
eating
die
my
young,
boogers.
though? Did he?
Did he die? I think he died before his time, but I don't know what his age was when he died. I base that solely on my very, very vague memory of the movie Amadeus. Anything I know about Mozart came from that movie. All right, your question: what region takes up 75% of Russia?
One region?
What region?
Oh, I don't know.
It's cold and awful.
It's cold. Yeah, what is that called?
Oh, Siberia?
You got it.
Yeah, cold and awful.
Nice job.
I think that's even their slogan.
Oh, Siberia?
Welcome to cold and awful Siberia.
Yeah. Why that's so tough? We have no choice.
Yeah, I don't think they're acting. That's where there's a lady that lived. She lived in Siberia. She'd made it to like 105 years old or something. So they even did their obligatory interview. What's your secret to living so long? Well, most people are kind of happy and I drink whiskey every day or stay out of people's business. What this lady was like, because I am cursed. Just like, Jesus Christ, man. I am cursed. I should not live this
All
long.
my friends have died.
That was her whole thing.
I'm cursed.
She was miserable. Yeah, she was cursed. Hello, Jason. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, gentlemen.
Hola.
Jason, sober or not sober?
Sober, but not for long. I'm almost home with a half-gallon Jameson in the back.
All right.
Half gallon.
Headed to the club. All right, Jason, our men's are a poll. You're going to get something new. Are you taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town, or a new job?
Oh, was the town one of them?
Yes, new town.
I'm going to go with new car because I drive a Jeep and it's always giving me a heartache.
Okay.
Isn't that kind of what Jeep's notorious for?
Oh, you got that right, but they sure are fun. I say I don't get miles to the gallon. I get smiles to the gallon.
Smiles to the gallon.
What kind of Jeep do you got?
Yes, sir. It's a 2012 two-door Rubicon. So it's
Oh, my God.
Going off road.
How fast do you need to go before you get in that death wobble that I've been in before where I almost freaked out?
I've never had that, but I won't go over 80 in this thing. It's on 35s, lifted 2.5 inches.
I would never do that either.
No, I go slow when I have fun.
Okay.
How fast were you going, Miles, when you got the wobble?
I was driving.
Because he goes 80.
I was driving the speed limit in California.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So 90.
What?
90.
What?
California speed limit.
Yeah, what? Maybe that's why I got the death wobble.
That might be it. If he's driving 80 and has not had that experience.
Actually, it happened at like 65. Honest to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Jesus, man.
Damn. All right,
so you
Jason.
guys got my brother Nick on a little while ago. He said he got 3. I got to try to beat him.
All right. Let's see if you can beat Nick. See what I did there? Mm-hmm. All right, Jason. Here's your question. Miss Piggy was performed by whom until the early 2000s? He was also the voice of Yoda.
Her voice, the voiceover?
Yes. Who did the voice?
I want to say it was a guy.
It was a guy. It was Yoda. He was Miss Piggy. He was a couple other characters on
he's got a cousin that's a doctor now.
Man, I can't think of the name. I can barely see the face. You guys got any hints, ideas?
Yeah, he's got a cousin that's a doctor now.
There was a movie that was Oscar nominated that kind of takes place in this area.
I can't think of the name. I'm just going to say Beethoven. I heard someone say Beethoven earlier.
Frank Oz.
Yep, Frank Oz.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
All right, question number 2. Gary Gygax was the co-creator of what game? Gary Gygax.
Board game, like video game?
It is a very nerdy game. That's the MO.
I'm going to have to go with Dungeons and Dragons.
There you go. It's got to be it. There's no other explanation for a game other than that.
It's not a board game. It's not a video game. It's a game.
It is
I feel like a card game would be too much of a giveaway.
Game is Big W 206-803, Rock.
Hello, Tom. Welcome to the men's room.
Tom is still not there.
Just no Tom. Hello, Drew. Welcome to the men's room.
Hey, what's up, fellas?
Oh, yeah. Drew on Team Sober or Team Not Sober?
Sober.
All right, Drew, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, you got a brand new sub in. What are you taking? A sex partner, a car, a new town, or a job?
A new car.
A brand
new car.
God, people love the car, man. I figured my sex partner would run away with this.
Well, they might be sitting there with their spouse or their girlfriend. You know.
Okay.
What kind of car you got right now?
I'm driving a Nissan Altima.
And what would you upgrade to?
Well, I'm 6'5" and I'm a big guy. I'd rather have a big truck, but it needs to be fuel efficient because I drive like 25,000 miles a year.
So you are 6'5", driving a Nissan Altima.
Yep, I used to have a Veloster too.
I don't know, man. You might be able to fit into a Toyota Tacoma.
Well, I mean, I can, but they're just too expensive.
Yep,
well, that's fair.
I was thinking about the gas mileage.
I think also with job and car, I don't care who you are, you drive your car almost every day. You're probably not having sex every day.
Yeah, that's a good point.
You know,
you need to have sex in
but
the
if
car.
you have a new sex partner,
yeah, then you will.
I mean,
for at least 2 months.
You know, the beginning of a relationship starts.
All right, here's your question. What is a somnambulist? What is a somnambulist? I'll give you a hint. A somnambulist. SOMNAMBULIST. Miles is a somnambulist. And sometimes it results in him eating peanut butter.
Oh.
So he sleepwalks?
Yes.
There you go. One and done.
That's why I keep peanut butter out of the house.
Hang on, before we let you go, true or false? Penguins are only native to Antarctica.
True.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, they're native in the southern hemisphere.
Correct.
But Antarctica's where
I saw the penguins in South Africa.
Did you?
Yeah,
Did they stare at you too, like the people?
They're funny, man. They're animated. They go around. They're very social. They'll go and like talk to one penguin, then walk over and talk to another. I mean, whatever their communication.
You see there's a video earlier this week. So there's maybe 20 penguins in this one general area. One is slightly separated from his buddies, and the ice starts to crack. And he has to outrun the crack of the ice before he's separated from his friends, all right? Yeah. So and look, here's the thing with penguins. They ain't very fast with their legs. But, I mean, you see he's hauling ass, but the crack is tracking with them, all right? He manages to jump over the crack just as the ice wedge breaks away, and when he lands on the other side, it's great. All the other penguins basically bum rush him.
Really?
And you can tell it's like, yeah, we thought you were dead, man. The life of penguins. Hello, Solomon. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, sexy bicholas.
Oh, yeah. Solomon, are you sober or not sober?
Always sober.
Okay, Solomon, welcome to Big Dummy. All right, our men's room poll, you get something new. What are you taking, a new sex partner, a new car, a new town to live in, or a new job?
New town so I can be next to my daughter.
I mean, new what?
New town so I can be close to my daughter.
Where does she live?
She lives in Texas.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Where in Texas?
She lives in a place called Harper, small little in the hill country, small town in the hill country.
I didn't even know Texas had a hill country.
Yeah, hill country to me in Texas is Houston.
Is that west? Is that in the western panhandle?
It's about 45, about an hour away from San Antonio.
Okay.
But most of Texas is hill country.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Hill country to them.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Here is your question. What children's character was scared of heffalumps and woozles? Heffalumps and woozles.
I don't even know what those are.
I don't either, man. And I know the children's character.
They recently had a horror adaptation of this children's character.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Wednesday? I don't know.
Is that Winnie the Pooh then, Mike?
Winnie the Pooh, yes.
Well, there's a slew of them on the way.
Oh, yeah, because what was the one we read today? Bambi. Yes, they're doing a murderous Bambi movie. Jeez. Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know, I've had an answer in my head for like the last 2 weeks that I've been wanting to tell you guys. Remember when you were doing the make up your own desk day? However you wanted to make up your own desk, however you wanted it to.
I don't know.
Your own death?
Yeah, one of your topics was that at work you can make your desk up however you wanted to. And you guys said, well, what if somebody wanted to have dildos on their desk? And then you guys started talking about whips. Do you remember this, Peter?
I do not remember this, man.
I think you were listening to a different show.
It was you guys. It was the men's room.
No, we were talking about whips.
Under our desk?
Yes, I have a heart shape for it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
More of a riding crop than like a whip, but you know what I'm saying.
I follow you.
It was a riding crop is what you were trying to think of.
Oh, right. Yeah. Okay. I'm completely tracking. It took me a second. All right. Here is your question. Oh, hell, where'd it go? Okay, here we go. What are the 3 jewels of horse racing's Triple Crown?
The 3 jewels?
Yep.
Oh, good God.
So the 3 races you have to win the Triple Crown in
right,
horse racing.
if nobody that watch, you don't have to watch horse racing. You know these 3 races.
Yeah, they're all nationally televised.
Is it trifecta?
It's called the Triple Crown.
The name of the 3 races.
So it's 3 separate races.
So, like, what's the biggest horse race you know, Solomon?
The only horse race I've ever bet on was in Santa Anita, California. And I was just picked one horse to win, so I have no idea.
Okay. Well, it'd be the Kentucky Derby, the Preakness Stakes, and the Belmont Stakes.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah,
The horse was 60-1 in.
All right, your question. What kind of animal is Mighty Joe Young? Mighty Joe Young.
A gorilla? An ape?
Okay.
You got it, man.
All right.
Yeah.
Nice job. Game is Big Dummy, 206-803-ROCK.
Hello, Adam. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola.
Oh, yeah.
Adam, are you sober or not sober?
Sober.
All right, Adam, welcome to Big Dummy. Okay, today at our men's room poll, you get something new. Are you taking a new sex partner, a new car, a new town to live in, or a new job?
New job.
New job.
What's wrong with the one you got?
Just over it.
Okay. Fair enough. Sometimes that is what happens.
Tired of it.
All right. Here's your question, Adam. It is multiple choice. The Eastern Gray, the Western Gray, the Antilopine, or the Red. What is the largest kangaroo? You got an Eastern Gray, Western Gray, Antilopine, or the Red?
Let's go with the Western Gray.
I'll say Red.
It is, in fact, the Red. The red kangaroo.
That's the one that beat that guy up really, really bad last week.
Wait, what size
of that roo?
Yeah, he went out to get into his car, man. There was a male and a female fighting, and they saw him, and the male turned around and went after his ass and beat him to a pulp.
So the guy didn't do anything.
He was he was at his home. He was walking.
The kangaroo's already hostile, sees him.
Yeah, he turned the corner around his house to go to his car, and they were already going at each other. They saw him, and the male came and beat the living crap out of him.
Oh, Australia, don't stop being you, man. All right. Here's your question. How many players are on a standard volleyball team? So not beach volleyball, but a standard volleyball team.
On the team or on the court at a time?
On the court at a time.
7.
6, right?
6. Well, I'm learning everything you can possibly learn about volleyball these last few months.
Yeah. You should have your son watch Side Out.
What is Side Out?
It's a classic beach volleyball movie.
When did this come out?
Probably like late 80s, early 90s.
That sounds
you
about
never seen
right.
Side Out?
No.
The one guy's played a little 6-man in college.
Okay.
And then somehow he's like the nerd, and he gets on this like other guy's team, and they end up doing great. And
I guess they had to build their buddy friendship there.
Right, and they weren't friends at first.
'Cause you're a nerd.
Yeah, I think he was like a process server trying to kick him out of his house. So it's honestly a terrible good movie, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Okay. All right, your question. The overture is the opening section of what type of musical? The overture.
And it's the opening segment of what type of musical?
Mm-hmm. Like, what is the last type of musical you'd want to sit through? Maybe I'm just projecting.
We're going with an opera.
And you are correct.
Yeah, I thought that'd be the clue, man.
Nice job. One more contestant on the Game Notice Big Day.
See Thomas Howell?
So you know it's good.
Yep. Summer's just got a little bit hotter.
Oh, no. Hello, Matt. Welcome to the men's room.
Hola, bitcholas.
Oh, yeah. Matt, are you sober or not sober?
Not sober.
Are you drinking a men's room IPA, Matt?
I'm not. I'm drinking whiskey.
Okay. Oh, wow. Let's get it done. All right, Matt, you get a new one. What are you taking? Sex partner, car, new town, or new job?
New job.
New job. What do you do now for a living?
I'll just say I work in transportation.
All right.
Okay.
Would you stay in transportation, or would you do something completely different?
Oh, completely different.
All right.
That's comforting. Okay. All right, Matt, here's your question.
I'm a pilot.
And I have a shift in about 20 minutes, fellas. Let's hurry this up.
Oh, no. Strictly cargo. Strictly cargo.
All right.
All right, here's your question. What pizza chain was the first to deliver a pie to space? Space.
Pizza Hut.
Okay.
Wow. One
How did
minute.
Pizza Hut get that over Domino's?
They said, look, man, 30
nobody
minutes or
out-pizzas
less.
the Hut.
Yeah, nobody out-pizzas them.
I've been out pizza.
Hang on, man. You were one and done, so we're going to ask you a true or false question. Bats are the only mammals that can fly. True or false?
Oh, you got to ask about bats. I've been bitten by him twice.
What the hell's going on with you? How did you get bit twice?
Yeah. I called in once about it before.
Right.
I'm going to say false.
There's a flying squirrel.
They glide. Bats actually flap their wings to sustain flight.
Okay. So that's true. So bats.
It is true.
right,
It is true.
gotcha.
Yeah, bats are only flying mammal.
Head Chef coming up, Ted Sweet and Potatoes has foods that you should never store in the freezer on the way at 4:30. And we got your emails coming up next from the men's room at KISW.com.
What kind of programs does this school have? How are the test scores? How many kids do a classroom? Homes.com knows these are all things you ask when you're home shopping as a parent. That's why each listing on Homes.com includes extensive reports on local schools, including photos, parent reviews, test scores, student-teacher ratio, school rankings, and more. The information is from multiple trusted sources and curated by Homes.com's dedicated in-house research team. It's all so you can make the right decision for your family. Homes.com. We've done your homework.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/Confluence. That's Atlassian.com/CONFLUENCE.
The brand new Grand Casino and Shoreline is now open. Step into the action with Vegas-style table games like Baccarat, Heads Up Hold'em Poker, Pai Gow, Blackjack, and High Card Flush. Feeling hungry? Feast on delicious Chinese, Vietnamese, and continental dishes plus breakfast favorites. Dine in or take out. And don't miss daily happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. and 10 p.m. to midnight. Grand Casino and Shoreline off Aurora. Open daily from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. Visit GrandCasinoGaming.com. Welcome to the Grand Experience.
I'm not exactly a tech genius, but I knew one thing for sure. If I wanted my small business to crush it, I needed a website that worked like a pro. And I needed it yesterday. Lucky for me, Bluehost made it ridiculously easy. With their AI design tools, building my website was a walk in the park. I could customize, optimize, and monetize everything exactly how I wanted. In just a few minutes, I had a secure site up and running. I couldn't believe how straightforward it was. And getting found online? Bluehost helped me with that too. I perfected my keywords and meta descriptions with their search engine tools. The AI even gave me suggestions to improve my pages. Now I can sit back, relax, and focus on my customers while my website continues to rank higher and higher on Google. With their 30-day money-back guarantee, I wasn't worried about taking the plunge. And now I am so glad I did. Head over to Bluehost.com and build something special today.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With non-stop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several European cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation and make it even more memorable by offering comfortable and spacious cabins where you can sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. Fly the striped way. Visit Condor.com today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Hawaii is beautiful, but Tahiti is unforgettable. Take off to paradise from the United States, starting at $750 per person with Air Tahiti Nui. This limited time deal includes round-trip all-inclusive service to Tahiti. Visit airtahitinui.com. That's airtahitinui.com.
Man, that was easy.
Bulldog Rotary Hammer!
Hello?
It is I, He-Man, your inner Bosch.
Inner...
Bosch!
I'm sorry, what?
That powerful feeling you get when you can powerfully blast through concrete. Say it with me.
What, like right now?
Yes! We have the power!
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Are you a bartender that dreads the phrase, hey, can you put the game on? At Sports on What, we understand your pain and we're here to help. Over-the-air satellite, cable, or streaming, Sports on What knows what channel the game is on, and you can too. Follow your favorite teams, set alerts, and filter by provider to get the results you need. Stop wasting time searching and never miss kickoff again. Just download the Sports on What app, and you'll always know how to watch the game. Available for Android and iOS. Start your 7-day free trial when you download Sports on What and subscribe today.
We return to the men's room with Miles and Thrill.
Head Chef on the way. Ted's Meat and Potatoes has foods you should never store in the freezer. Coming up at 4:30. But first, time for a few emails to the men's room at KISW.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Jump into the birthday wishes. Ola, guys, I want to wish our newest teenager, Lakin, a very happy birthday. Turned 13, a huge milestone in a young girl's life. And we look forward to seeing what this year brings. So could you guys give her a fart or two? Coach Ted priming her up for traveling volleyball. And the captain on how Snap, Crackle, and Pop came up with Cocoa Krispies. Thanks a lot, guys. Lots of love. That from Mama and from Bobby.
How old is she turning?
13 years old.
13. All right, we're double digits now, right? We got to be getting into high school or something like that. Travel volleyball. Well, listen, here's the easy part. All you got to do is show up and play in the games. You're not going to want to hear this, but from what I can tell, travel volleyball is tougher on your parents. Now, with that said, when you go to a new town, you want to expect to win. Go in there looking to win. Other than that, maybe expect to try a cheeseburger from a new fast food place.
Ooh, well, ahoy there. So how did Snap, Crackle, and Pop come up with Cocoa Krispies? It's funny you should ask. They're actually making regular Rice Krispies at their Rice Krispie factory. But against our advice, the three of them, they went on a cruise on a regular cruise ship. Anyway, they didn't realize they had dysentery and norovirus until after they got back. And Crackle had what we'll call an explosive posterior situation into one of the vats. Now, normally, they would discard the product, but Pop was insistent that product was money. He's the money guy. So they just repackaged it, called it Cocoa Krispies, and the rest is history. Crunchberry.
Guys, I want to wish a happy birthday to my girl, Camille. Can we get the Dirty Germans telling her what she should expect tonight? And some dad jokes for Miles. Maybe a cut that bitch off. Next caller. Thanks, guys. That from Abdul.
Oh.
Cut that bitch off. Next caller.
Yeah, tonight you can probably expect to see something that you have had every night, disappointment.
Yeah, so, sometimes disappointment can enter through and exit through any doors, though.
Yeah, well, no, my penis is nicknamed Disappointment. That is what you can expect tonight.
Couple dad jokes. All right, guys. Why did an African country start investing in electric vehicles? Why did an African country start investing in electric vehicles?
Why?
It was Madagascar.
Okay. Mad at gas cars.
Madagascar.
Madagascar.
All right.
What's the difference between black-eyed peas and chickpeas? What's the difference between black-eyed peas and chickpeas?
Chickpeas is only Fergie?
No, the black-eyed peas are a band.
Then Fergie pee herself on stage.
Yeah. How do you get down from an elephant? How do you get down from an elephant?
Slowly.
You don't. You get down from a goose. What do the Eiffel Tower and tapeworms have in common? What do the Eiffel Tower and tapeworms have in common?
You don't want either one inside you?
Both are parasites.
Okay. Parasites.
And finally, what do prison and jewelers have in common? What do prison and jewelers have in common?
I don't know.
They can both make your ring bigger. Hola, guys. I want to wish my friend Steve a very happy birthday with Captain Crunch and a bong rip. Lots of love, guys. That from Princess.
Sorry about that. I didn't know they were going to come to me so quickly. Have a wonderful birthday. Just don't celebrate your birthday the way the Quaker Oats man did last year. After huffing paint and sucking on the toes of hobos, he stripped naked and ran through the streets of Bangkok and ended up taking hostages at a seedy tattoo parlor that was just in the front for a Belarusian gambling house. Well, the Belarusians didn't see the humor in any of it, so we had to exchange a lot of money and homemade narcotics to get our Quaker Oats friend out in one piece. Then he had the nerve to defecate on the floor before we ran out of there. Grunge berries.
Guys, first we want to say thank you guys. We had a great time at the Black Raven Brewing Company in Woodingville for your 20th anniversary party. Wanted to wish my beautiful fiance Rebecca happy birthday. Looking forward to our wedding in October. How about a big old bong rip and the Dirty Germans talking about our wedding day or night. Thank you guys, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, if it is like your typical wedding, the daytime will be full of stress, glad handing people and not actually being able to eat the food that you have paid for, because everyone wants to say, oh, congratulations. Yeah, but your wedding night is hours of mouth hugs and canyon yodeling.
Yeah, it's the weird part is, thanks for inviting us to the wedding. I guess it will be quite a party at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, take off the white.
All right, guys, here you go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you, to you, to you.
Ja, the Dirty Germans, brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Time to open wide and sample Ted's meat. And potatoes. Now, here's your host, head chef of the Men's Room, the Ted Nugent.
Head chef in the house.
Thank you, folks. Thank you. Mike, do you know what day it is today?
Today is Thursday.
It's National Frozen Food Day.
Ooh.
41 years ago today, President Ronald Reagan declared March 6th Frozen Food Day, called upon Americans to observe it with appropriate ceremonies and activities.
What are the appropriate ceremonies and activities on Frozen Food Day?
I guess eat something frozen?
Party with a Jolly Green Giant.
There you go.
Yeah.
Ho, ho, ho.
I don't know. That one's kind of crazy. You would think that's a fake one, but this is true. Nobody just made this up. Like the president was like, no, Frozen Food Day.
Okay, cool.
Be a hungry man.
Hey,
which, by the way, frozen foods, I mean, that technology just reshaped how Americans ate and stuff.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, I would say, I don't know that I speak for a ton of people, but I mean, I think a bulk of the vegetables I eat at home for dinner are almost always frozen. Mm-hmm. And then you cook them somehow.
Yeah, that was it. There was no chance my mom was buying fresh produce if you could put it in a bag and she could throw it in a pan.
Yeah, right. Like if you came over to my house and it's like chicken and, green beans, but they're like roasted green beans with garlic, then I microwave those.
Yeah.
Oh, I cooked the chicken, but it was just like green beans out of a pot. Okay. And it's like, all right, Ted made green beans. But if they're like fancily done, it's like, well, he didn't make these. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that I've ever cut up a squash.
Never cut up a squash. Well, actually, man, outside of working in restaurants, I have not either. That is fair.
Right. But I'll buy like frozen squash and eat that as a side.
Yep.
Especially now with the technology. I mean, those steam fresh bags are awesome.
Mm-hmm. I used to dig out squash and make it in a chili bowl. And then put cheese on top and bake it.
I've heard that's good. Have you had the frozen rice now? Say it like you're saying, man. You pull it out, throw it in the microwave for 3 minutes, it's done.
I can beat you. They have frozen cauliflower rice.
That does not beat me.
They've already made it into the fake rice. You just microwave it, get it done.
Why do you eat that instead of regular rice?
Well, you would eat it if you were like trying to cut down on carbs or something.
Okay, all right.
I think it's a little healthier for. I don't know. Some doctor told me to switch to that, so I did. All right, that's basically it. All right, let's see. So these are 10 foods you should never store in your freezer. Number 10, and if you're guilty of it, just admit it. All right, it's only 3 lashings. Coffee beans.
No.
Oh yeah. Well, now that's a quick no that there's some violence behind it, Mike. Coffee beans. I've heard of this one a ton. Miles, I thought for sure you're one of these people. Lots of people doing it, but when freezing coffee messes with the flavor, it can absorb odors from other stuff in there.
Yeah, that's what I want. But this tastes like frozen meatballs and fish sticks.
All right, cucumbers.
No, because it's too much water, I would think.
They get mushy and slimy because they're mostly water.
Like watermelon.
I feel like if you buy a cucumber, it's on your radar within the next 4 or 5 days.
It would sound good to have a frozen watermelon bowl, but it's not.
Right.
Yeah, again, I'm with you. That just feels like if you're eating cucumbers, like you buy them and you eat them within a couple days.
Like, I don't eat cucumbers, but if my wife comes home with cucumber, either she's making something for herself or the kids are going to eat this cucumber for their lunches.
Do you guys peel your cucumbers?
No, I eat a minimum of 2 a week, and I never peel them.
Yeah. When I was a kid, it seemed like a big deal. I remember my mom peeling them, but as I've turned into an adult, I'm with you. If I chop them up at home just to put them in vinegar, like I never peel them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't eat cucumbers. I've just never seen anyone peel them.
Again, one of the best fruits, one of the best things to re-burp, cucumber. Fresh herbs,
never.
Right, it's going to wreck with the flavor and the texture.
Yeah.
So again, these are 10 foods you should never, ever store in your freezer. Pasta salad with mayonnaise.
Yeah.
It separates.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. Any kind of mayonnaise product, you can't. Really
Also, like, I don't know. If I have pasta salad that's that good,
it's almost
I'm
like
I'm going to
cucumber.
save this for late. I feel like you would just eat it before.
I make pasta salad more than most normal people do just because I like it. But yeah, like it will be here for 2 days. I'm going to make more than I can eat in one sitting, and I will finish it tomorrow.
And to be honest with you, it has a pretty good refrigerated shelf life.
Yeah.
So when you buy it in the grocery store and they're already in those tubs, I mean, that's been around for a while, and it's still perfectly fine.
I always feel like in my family, my mom and my aunt, it's kind of like white trash pasta salad. You just throw the pasta in there with cubes of already cubed up cheese, little pepperonis, Italian dressing. Like, it's a pasta salad.
That's about all I do, man. I might throw in a few more cheeses just because we have a bunch. But
black olives are good in there, too.
I don't mind black olives, but if you eat my pasta salad, you will never get like the cucumber. And most people make pasta salad with the added vegetable. I do understand that. So when I turn down people's pasta salad, it's not that I don't like pasta salad. It's that I can see the vegetables in your pasta.
Really good with pimentos, too.
Speaking of cheeses, soft cheeses. Things like cream cheese or ricotta separate just like milk. Same goes for yogurt. And also, like, cream cheese actually stays for a while.
It does, man.
Yeah. Ricotta is one of those cheeses to me, unless you're making lasagna, unless you have a recipe for ricotta, I don't know what, like, you don't just buy it.
That's the thing. So I love lasagna and stuff like that, right? So if I open the fridge and there's a container of ricotta, I'm in a good mood because I know my wife has bought this for a specific recipe. It's not just some backup cheese we have.
Foods you should never store in the freezer. Fried foods. They end up soggy and gross.
Yeah.
It depends. Like, you could put chicken strips, if you made them homemade, in the freezer, and then air fry them. They're not too bad.
Well, you buy pre-frozen kind of stuff like that, like
but
nuggets.
that's already been tech hit.
But I think they're saying more like, you got a bucket of chicken at KFC.
And throw them in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Who says, man, I got a bucket of KFC. I'm not going to finish it tomorrow. I might get to it next week and freezes it. Like KFC, you don't stand a chance of mine. I will eat as much KFC as I can. Then I start to feel ill, right? Seriously, because it's so heavy and greasy. And then again, much like my pasta salad, the next day, I will finish it and feel heavy and gross again.
Yeah. And that's what a lot of these are. Like, I'm with you. If you have, or even if you just got, I don't know, you got whatever you bought at the bar or restaurant. Like, if you brought it home, you're probably going to eat it that night or the next day.
That is my goal, yeah. Or watch my kid eat it as soon as I put it down.
Eggs in the shell. Don't put them in the freezer. The insides can expand and crack the shell. If you need to freeze eggs because they're expensive, whisk them up first.
Really?
If you whisk them up, you can kind of put them in there.
Right. Or freeze your eggs if you want to get pregnant later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's kind of ironic. The eggs we eat, don't freeze them. Lady eggs, freeze them.
Lady eggs. Make sure you label them properly in your freezer. These are lady eggs. These are chicken eggs.
These are eggs whites. That's all this is.
All right, so these are foods you should never store in the freezer. Raw potatoes. Cooked potatoes, freeze them. They freeze up fine.
Sure.
But raw ones, they don't really
too much
tell
water, probably.
Probably too much water, but they're just like, if you cook them first, it's fine. And I get it. You might have made some dynamite baked potato recipe like, I want to save this.
Do you know someone who's put uncooked potatoes in the freezer? Well, potatoes have a pretty good shelf life. So I'm like, if you bought potatoes now and you're like, I need to freeze these, like, when did you plan on making this recipe, man?
Mm-hmm. You can freeze mashed potatoes.
Yeah, they were saying to cook potatoes. Yeah, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, French fries, whatever. You could store them in there. I know, mashed potatoes are another tough thing because when you make them, you make such a big batch of them.
But I still plan on eating them over the next
Scallop potatoes you can freeze.
Yeah. For instance, I had a family member make us some steak and potatoes the other night. And I said, Joe, you didn't have to hand make those potatoes and say that. He was like, it's fine, dude. I want to eat them for the next 2 days. Right. And he was basically,
I didn't do it for
he was
you,
like, it's just us sitting here. My wife, his cousin, doesn't like them as much. He's like, oh, no, I'm making these so we can have them. I said, well, all right,
nice.
Thank you.
Joe.
Cooked pasta. It gets gummy and mushy. Which, again, cooked pasta, I get it. I like cold lasagna. That just doesn't seem like something I would put in the freezer.
No, if you buy a fresh pasta that's in the refrigerated section, you can freeze that, but it's not cooked. So,
yeah, and that just seems like leftovers.
Raviolis, that kind of thing.
Just make more pasta. It really does not take that long.
Right. I'm just assuming you got it somewhere. Like, this is delicious.
Oh, right.
You're going to put it in the freezer for a couple weeks. Like, just eat your leftovers when you can. And then number one on the list of things you should put in the freezer, milk. Separates when thawed. Basically, any cream-based soups. With that said, I've had cream of crab shipped over and kept frozen.
Did you guys ever, when you were in school, get that milk carton with the lunch that still had the ice chunks in it because it was too far in the back of the fridge? Yeah. Frozen milk now.
Yeah, I don't like milk pulp.
But I'm with Miles. Like, I grew up putting bread in the freezer. I'll still do it. Like, not as often with hot dogs. But a few years ago, we went somewhere, and I bought like a massive pack of brioche buns, but they didn't get eaten. But I was like, these things are delicious.
Oh, they're too good. Yeah,
same thing. So I threw those in the freezer, and you just pick them out when you need them. But there you go. That's Happy National Frozen Food Day, y'all.
Thank you, Head Chef. We appreciate it. Shot of the Day is coming up at 5:08. You are listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's
But teacher, when are we ever going to use math in the real world?
With Kelley Blue Book My Wallet on AutoTrader, you don't have to. At least not car math. Hit the road with confidence knowing exactly what you're going to pay each month for your car. AutoTrader.
Hi, here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire a whole team of yous.
Try posting a job on LinkedIn. It's the world's largest professional network. Unlike resumes, LinkedIn gives a real-time view into a candidate's skills, experiences, and more.
Huh, let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Find your perfect match with LinkedIn. Post your free job at linkedin.com/message. That's linkedin.com/message. Terms and conditions apply.
With Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to keep an eye on taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth's full potential. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC. Member NYSE SIPC.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest, 100% organic cotton sheets from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with sheets that feel breathable to sleep in. You'll experience the purest softness on night one and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code Odyssey. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Room returns with Miles and Thrill.
All right, come to 5:08. We'll drink a toast with the shot of the day. And we do have your headlines on the way at 5:50. But first, quick check out with Mike Hawk and some of the stories and headlines he is not working on.
Well, thank you, Miles. One-legged jeans are the latest sensation selling out online.
Which is stupid.
It is.
But it's literally what you think it is.
Isn't that half of the doggone fashion sensations are just stupid? You know, you remember it was the jeans that are pre-dirtied. It was the one, you know, everything that's just been tattered and abused artificially.
Right.
Because you want to look cool with this stuff.
But we charge you more for less material.
If you are a fashionable person, maybe you can pull it off. I just can't pull anything fashionable off.
I don't know about that one, man.
You remember the ones that were just the seam lining?
Yes. Like there's no pant. It's just...
Exactly. There's no material anywhere in between. It's like they made the pants, sewed them together, and then hacked off everything that wasn't sewed together.
And then charge you more.
That's right.
Which, why not? Because people will buy it.
That's right. You know what? That's a great business. If people will buy that, you bet.
The guy that came up with the pet rock, right? It's like, dude, I'm selling people rocks.
Right.
They can grab them for free, but I called it a pet rock, put it in packaging, and they're giving me money for me to give them a rock.
Mm-hmm. I see what's happening here. First, I was like, that's just a dress.
Oh.
But it's literally one side has a leg, the other side is like a jean short.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. So you can show off your one sexy leg.
That's right.
That's weird. Keep the ugly one covered.
Yeah.
It's great for people that got one effed up leg, dude.
That's a red flag, I think.
They got one.
Yeah. Like, I don't even want to talk to that guy.
You know they're not shaving that other
I
leg.
don't want to bump into him on the way to the bar.
I mean, I'm looking at one chick. This is just one woman, but I mean, it looks sexy on her.
On her, yeah. Models get away with a lot of things.
It's her job. Is to look good.
They're just sexy. So whatever they put on works. She can wear a trash bag.
She got a solid caboose.
Some believe the name of the next generation.
Right, Miles? Like,
I mean,
when
it
she
doesn't
wears
look bad
it,
on her.
I'm like, all right, that's a good fashion trend, Mike. I'm for it now.
Does anybody know what the next generation is going to be called?
Beta or something like that.
Gen Beta, and some actually believe that is actually offensive.
Yeah, you can't call them beta.
Well, it's coming after Alpha. It has nothing to do with their stature in the pecking order, as it were.
You think it doesn't, but I call them Generation Bitch.
Well, if you say it like that.
Yeah.
I want to get punched.
What is Generation Beta? How old are you roughly?
I think they're being born at the moment.
Oh, they don't know.
Right?
They don't know. They're not going to take it as an insult. I mean, look, baby boomers. The war ended. Guys were horny. That's why you're here. Hence, baby boomers.
That's right.
I mean, it sums it all up. Like,
exactly.
Nothing. You're not here because they wanted to have kids. You're here because they were horny.
The whole thing, like, I'm glad I'm a millennial because at least my generation has a cool name.
Well, it says around the time you're born. I'm Gen X. I'm on the older edge of Gen X.
Right.
And they only
Like,
named
how
it
could you
Gen
guys
X
get it
because
cool?
they couldn't figure out basically how to categorize.
Right.
My brother's part of the quote-unquote forgotten generation.
Oh, no.
You're post-baby boomer, you're pre-gen. I mean, like, don't worry about it. They're fine.
Right.
Jesus, God.
If I see a little baby, I'm going, what's up, beta?
Yeah, oh, you got a baby birth, a little beta bitch.
You can barely fight, dude.
How's it feel to be second?
I just spent a lot of time with family. There was a lot of little kids. I'm thinking about my cousin's one kid. I mean, he's barely one. Like, can't even stand up.
Yeah.
Pathetic. What are you sucking on? What is that? Is that your blanket?
Beta bitch.
So beta.
Yeah, never getting laid.
Yeah.
McDonald's is putting AI in 43,000 locations to speed up service.
Is that drive-through, do you think?
I think it's drive-through, and I think it's
Okay.
in-house.
All right.
How will it speed up service?
Because I think you're going to be able to just tell it exactly what it is that you want. It's going to be able to track it down, put it on there, and get it out faster.
How does AI defend itself against we don't have any milkshakes? Because the person's going to get, this is what we do in the States now. Get out of your car, pull out your gun, and start shooting at things.
Well, it doesn't kill the AI.
That's a good point.
It's still alive. It's doing fine.
Maybe that's how McDonald's should frame it. Like, we're not trying to fire people. We're trying to protect our employees. Because you people don't know how to behave yourselves.
Yeah, right. They're likely always going to have somebody on hand that'll be able to
Somebody's gotta cook the
manually put it in.
food.
Well, and manually put it in the order.
I have done this. I won't say which place it is, but I've noticed on the East Coast, a lot of their places now, you walk in, it's a very small room, and there's like kiosks to like order. I'm old, I don't know, and I'm just standing there, and the guy's like, "What?" I'm like, "Can I order a coffee?" And he's like, "Screen, do it on the
sir."
screen." I'm like, "You're right in front of me."
Right. Nope, but
No,
you can't
sir.
tell me. I'm not going to do it unless you type it in this computer.
A new bionic hand has been created that has been the closest thing to mimicking actual human contact.
I know what I'm doing with that.
Oh my God, Miles! I can feel it. It feels so real.
Just holding it. Look at that.
Look at that.
Look at that thing.
It's fantastic. That feels real.
Miles got a bionic hand. Stop playing golf.
Now spit on it. Common aspirin is quickly proving to keep cancer cells from spreading.
Oh, really?
Aspirin. Doggone aspirin is actually keeping cancer
Well,
cells at
dude,
bay.
I've been here for you for decades.
Right.
You think I'm just for your headache?
Right.
And what do they say? Are you having a heart attack? Yeah. Throw me in your mouth.
Me.
Okay. You want to slow down cancer? Me. What else can I do for you? Can I take your order at frickin' McDonald's?
Just feels stupidly simple. Working on your health is getting more complicated as you now have to be more concerned about the type of fat that you're burning.
Well, how many different fats do we have?
That was the whole thing. You know, there's like visceral fats and stuff like that, and they're distributed differently. And again, if you want to get into the science of it, fine. At the end of the day, eat healthy and exercise.
Right. It always comes back to the
Bottom
same thing.
frickin' line. Eat healthy and
If you're
exercise.
losing weight, I don't think it matters what kind of fat you're losing.
There you go. There
Right,
you go.
obviously, you don't want to starve yourself and lose all your muscle, but
Right.
I don't know. Somebody's losing weight. You're like, oh, you're losing the wrong fat. Like, come on, man. What do you want them to do?
Come on, man.
You're not in control of that.
Scientists have made a groundbreaking discovery that the human brain actually does process memories in a way that's different than any other species.
Really? I know you're not working on it, but I hope you have a few details.
No, none at all. Not a damn bit.
God
it makes sense.
damn,
We're
I hate you
different.
right now.
You're
I
the
know
ones that
we're
are
different, but
self-aware.
they're explaining.
We built this entire society.
Well-
Of course we think differently. Our memories should be different.
Well, we have
What?
opposable thumbs. I mean, look, if a chimpanzee said, man, I have an idea for a jackhammer, all the other chimps would be like, how do we use it? Chimp goes, dude, I don't know. Right? We can't.
I would say just look at your dog.
Yeah.
Right, whether you're gone for 5 minutes or 5 hours or 5 days. I don't know that it registers. He's just happy to see you. Exactly. Right? So, like, he didn't remember you leaving quite the same way. Like if I'm like, all right, Mike, you're going on vacation. I'll see you in 5 days. It's not going to be like, oh, Mike!
Right. The problem is, man, because that makes me feel bad. Then I sit there, you see the videos of people that put a camera up in front of their door as they leave so they get to see their animal's reaction. And their animal usually cries after they leave. Like, he left me forever. Like,
and then they're tearing through the couch and eating food.
Exactly. Like, don't believe that, man. When have I ever not come back?
That's my thing with the dog. Like, bro, I mean, I'm glad you're happy to see me, but you act like you did not expect me at this time in spite of it being exactly the same.
Right. Apparently, attractive women receive more oral sex from their partners.
We read that earlier today. I'm like, I wish we still didn't know as Sherlock. Like, yeah, I bet they do.
Yeah.
I bet you attractive guys receive more oral sex than ugly guys.
Exactly. Come on.
I think there's a whole lot of things that play into that. I'm like, you did. Again, was this a study? Does it say who's responsible for this remarkable study?
Psychology Today. I did work on this one a little bit.
So the psychologist, hey, I'm glad you spent 8 years getting that degree to figure that out.
Men married to more attractive women spend more time performing oral sex with their partners. Oral sex improves women's perception of relationship quality.
Yes!
Semen boosts your libido and your mood.
Cool.
Awesome.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Hear that? Oral sex is empowering. I'm empowering you, honey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To crush my head between your thighs. I mean, like, you went to 8 years of school and you just pieced that together. Now, see, when you were in school, the rest of us are getting laid.
I am all about woman power. Let me do this for you.
Yeah.
I need my nose anyhow.
College-aged women report less guilt from oral sex.
Again, do we need a study for this?
Why would you feel guilty about that?
I don't know.
That's definitely on them than us.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, I've been with women who are like, I don't mind doing it, but they're just like, I don't like it. It makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm like, okay.
All right.
You're
Sorry.
insecure. Like, I don't know.
Is it my
different.
mustache?
Scratch it off the list. I'll shave.
That's right.
You don't know what we're going to do for this, man.
Right. You want to? I'm gonna stop.
I'll get after it. A group of scientists have warned women who abstain from sex that they may be putting their health at risk.
You know why? Because they are.
That's right. There's increased levels of a protein that causes dangerous inflation.
Very dangerous.
Ladies, we are here for you.
The Men's Room Top 10.
We can't be more selfless.
The Men's Room Top 10.
10 health benefits of sex for women. Leave it to a man to tell you what's good for you. Am I right? Think of it like this. If you're married and your husband still wants to bed down with you, then it's all good. You may even get your own happy ending once in a while. However, if the well is drying up between your legs, chances are he's already taking his bucket to get his fill somewhere else.
Oh.
Maybe it's time to cash in those chips and just get that cat. What do you say?
Bless it. Damn, VD. Easy, man. Okay.
He reads romance novels on the side.
Yes, he does. He cares. And as do we. So, ladies, these are 10 health benefits of sex just for you. Number 1, it lowers stress. Several women's health issues like heart disease are a result of stress. For some, sex is a great way to relieve that stress.
Depending on your plane ride, do we have a doctor? She's having a heart attack. I am on it.
I'm here for it. During sex, the brain's pleasure centers are hit with dopamine while levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, drop. Oxytocin, which boosts feelings of friendship and happiness, is also released. The chemical cocktail can have a calming effect when you're feeling stressed.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I am a doctor.
Ladies, it boosts your immune system. Mm-hmm. Research conducted at Wilkes
Take off
University.
that mask. Get over here.
Wilkes University found that college students who had sex at least once a week had higher levels of immunoglobulin.
What college student doesn't have sex once a week?
You wouldn't have headaches if we had sex.
Yeah, that's why you go to college.
You know the guys. You know the ones I got to worry about.
Ladies, have you got some high blood pressure issues? Well, good news. Sex lowers your blood pressure.
Oh, excellent.
High blood pressure can lead to serious or fatal cardiovascular complications, and research shows that high blood pressure also negatively impacts female orgasm. Sex has been linked to lower systolic blood pressure readings.
Do doctors tell women this?
They should.
Honestly, look.
Any responsible doctor should be saying this.
Absolutely.
Screaming it from the rooftops,
if it's
man.
true, like, ma'am, if your high blood pressure, blah, 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 I know you don't want to hear that. Are you married? Are you in a sexual relationship?
right.
Yeah, look, man, get it on more.
OBs, like, come on, follow us on this. Tell these ladies these things, because these are 10 health benefits of sex.
Here's the thing. They may
women.
tell ladies these things, just our ladies don't tell us.
That's right. Oh, that's
I'm going to book club.
Ladies, your heart, it improves your cardiovascular health. Sex and health are closely linked, and in one study, women who reported having a satisfying sex life, there's the key, and a reduced risk of hypertension and other problems.
Get rid of the treadmill.
Get up on your haunches. Work out.
Hey, you sleep better. You an insomniac, you having troubles in bed?
Oh, God, without question.
You sleep better.
You
Sleep
sleep
can
much
relieve
better.
insomnia. After orgasm, prolactin, a hormone that promotes relaxation, is released. And research shows that sex triggers the production of significantly more prolactin than manual stimulation does.
Guys and women.
Yeah.
That's right.
That was great, baby.
Hey, if you're not really into it, good news. Sex will increase your libido. High libido is associated with improved self-esteem and pain resistance, among other benefits. You'll feel more desire for your partner, which can turn into feeling more desire for yourself, i.e. more sex, better health benefits.
Yeah.
Bam.
I mean, that kind of adds up if you have more sex.
Yes, it does.
I mean, nobody gets good at a sport by not practicing.
That's a fact.
That is a strong point.
That is an absolute fact. And
2
you
weeks
know,
for the Super Bowl. You know what? No practice.
10 health benefits of sex for women. Let me tell you this. You don't need that egg. Nah, because sex works your pelvic floor. Pelvic floor muscles, which are responsible for controlling the flow of urine, among other things,
I'm here to help you pee.
Can become weaker with age or after pregnancy.
So shut up, Gwyneth.
During sex, these muscles get a good workout. You can exercise them on your own by doing the Kegel exercises, but sex will also put them to work.
Yeah.
Well, Mike, I don't think we should tell them to stop practicing those muscles.
Well, practice them during sex is what I'm trying to say there,
Well,
Ted.
both.
Yeah.
I mean, basically, it's like a workout routine. It's a 20-minute workout. Come to my gym. Oh, yeah. One client at a time.
Ladies, do you
You
feel
know what? I'll be your leg day.
Oh, nice. Ladies, do you feel like the intimacy of your relationship is fading? Well, good news. Sex creates intimacy. Researchers have found that sex creates intimacy and affection in relationships. The more sex a couple has, the more they feel connected to each other. This is from researchers, gang. Research also shows that physical
research
touch
of Mike
and affection. I wrote this entire thing. Research also shows that physical touch.
That would be awesome. He did a lot of hard work on it. You know what? He looked it up.
Damn right.
He's working on it.
Research also shows that physical touch and affection are very important, even for couples who have been together for a long time. And talking to a partner after sex to discuss your feelings and fantasy benefits your emotional health.
Do that again, but take out your dentures next time.
I mean, that's a real conversation after sex.
It is. You're almost checking the tape, like, all right, how do we do on this play?
You could ask for a lot. That's not a good idea, honey. You should get a dog.
Yes.
You said we could have a dog. That was within 30 minutes of me having sex.
That's right.
All right,
Nothing I
nothing's
say.
wrong.
Yeah.
Nothing should be taken serious in that afterglow.
You took advantage of me.
Right. I was in a sensitive moment.
10 health benefits of sex for women. Ladies, good news. It protects that big old brain of yours. One study found that women who remained sexually active into old age had better cognitive function than those that didn't.
So there's
Think
one
about Betty White.
There's one downside then.
It's when they keep their brain.
Yeah. Get smarter. That's all I need.
Researchers measured by the women's ability to recall words and adjusted to the results to account for factors like depression and physical activity level. Sexually active people performed much better on that test.
You think it's like they sound like the Scarecrow at the end of Wizard of Oz. Oh, my God. Suddenly I know the 18 decimal points after pi. Like, I did my work.
Mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell.
Yesterday you couldn't read. I'm back.
Have sex. Get smart. And then I'm going to leave you with this. This is the last health benefit of sex for you, ladies. Again, get rid of the treadmill because sex burns calories.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Some estimates put it at 5 calories per minute. So,
all right, 10 calories.
You can actually check the time and know how many calories.
Well, I burned 10 calories during lunch break in my car in the parking
My
garage.
boyfriend, we burned 25.
So, ladies, take care of your health. Have sex with your man tonight. Gents, you're welcome.
I'm not even horny. I'm just worried about you, honey.
That's right. I'm here for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to help you out, survive.
You worry about my health, I worry about yours. I eat celery, you give me 6.
If you're going to make me change my diet, then I'm helping you too.
That's right. 2 fully grown adult men in San Francisco got into a fight inside of a store, and the reason why is beyond ridiculous, Miles.
What is that reason?
I will hate to tell you, but I will at 5:50.
Thank you, sir. Headlines are coming up at 5:50. In the meantime, we made it to drinking time.
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the men's room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Good time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink test and Steve and Thrill Hill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. And today's shot is brought to you by our friends at Black Raven Brewing, the proud brewers of Men's Room IPA and the Men's Room 20th Anniversary Lager. And today we toast an anonymous couple who posted a video to TikTok. Now, they're not from Gatlinburg, Tennessee, but that's where the story takes place. Now, just so you know, Gatlinburg is a mountain town. It is known as the gateway to the Smoky Mountains National Park, and that also, presumably, is where our honorees booked a cabin there, specifically a mountain cabin. Anyway, they posted a video to the Tickety Talks that opens with the guy saying, quote, "Okay, we're in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. We just checked into our cabin, and we're not leaving our cabin. It's way too slopey." Now, keep in mind, they're talking about the mountain that the mountain cabin is on, not the cabin itself. Then the woman, she goes on to complain, saying, "Let me show you what we're dealing with." And the video shows the driveway, which is indeed slopey, but again, it's because the driveway is to a mountain cabin in the mountains. Now, finally, they posted another video. This time you hear the woman complaining, quote, "The whole mountain that we have to drive through is very uphill." In the end, we're toasting these idiots because they booked a mountain cabin in a mountain range without knowing what a mountain actually is. Dude, it is unbelievable to hear them complain like, this is what we have to deal with. Like, again, you booked a mountain cabin, which are strategically located.
I'm not shocked by this.
In the mountains. I guess I'm not shocked, but it's still horrifying to me. So, I've met some very stupid people in my life, but I can say this. Even the dumbest people I've met know what a mountain is and know that a mountain cabin will be located there. So we pour this booze.
They must be having sex.
You need to have more sex because she's stupid.
Right, she has no idea she's in the mountains.
What are these?
We pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola bichola.
Let's get a contestant on the line now for Profile This, 206-803-ROCK. Profile This is next.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. Slow drain being a pain? Call Pinky. That pipe's being a little leaky? Call Pinky. When the toilet won't flush and you're in a rush? Call Pinky. When your shower lost all its spray power? Call Pinky. When your sink's on the blink? Call Pinky. Pinky's Plumbing promises to lick all your plumbing problems quick. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.
Navigate the electric revolution and gain insights to electric vehicle manufacturing with Rockwell Automation. Get our free white paper and gain all the insights you need into the electric auto industry and smart manufacturing. Only the agile will survive this metamorphic shift in the industry. So let Rockwell Automation keep you up to speed. Search Rockwell Automation EV Revolution white paper and download your free copy today. The electric revolution is here and full insights are available for download. Get the Rockwell Automation EV Revolution white paper today.
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
This podcast is brought to you by Kleenex Lotion Tissues. You can't predict sick days, but with Kleenex Lotion Tissues, you can be better prepared for them while helping keep your skin healthy. Whether it's a surprise sneeze or a stuffy nose, it's always good to have something gentle on hand. Kleenex Lotion Tissues moisturize to help prevent skin irritation while you're battling those unwanted cold and flu symptoms. It's extra care when you need it most. I mean, why not have one less thing to worry about when you're not feeling your best? For whatever happens next, grab Kleenex.
What is... Dax, are you?
Tracking all our cars on Carvana Value Tracker on all our devices? Yes, Kristen, yes, I am.
Well, I've been looking for my phone for...
In Dax's domain, we see all. So we always know what our cars are worth.
All of them?
All of them. Value surge, trucks up 3.9%.
That's a great offer.
I know. Sell?
Sell.
Track your car's value with Carvana Value Tracker today.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. What if comparing car insurance rates was as easy as putting on your favorite podcast? With Progressive, it is. Just visit the Progressive website to quote with all the coverages you want. You'll see Progressive's direct rate, then their tool will provide options from other companies so you can compare. All you need to do is choose the rate and coverage you like. Quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Ready to explore Europe the striped way? Then fly with Condor Airlines. With nonstop flights to Frankfurt, Germany, there are great connection options to several cities. Whether it's the romantic streets of Paris or the stunning beaches of Barcelona, Condor will start your vacation by offering comfortable and spacious cabins. Fly the striped way. Visit condor.com today.
Look around. What do you see? Cars, lots of them. And guess what? They're probably on AutoTrader. Whether you're into timeless classics or the latest trends. Did somebody say solar-powered, eco-friendly, vegan leather-wrapped, aromatherapy-scented, disco ball-equipped self-driving car? If you see it on the road, you can likely find it on AutoTrader. Big cars, small cars, blue cars, new cars and used cars, electric cars. And one day, maybe even flying cars. With millions of options to choose from, buying a car becomes a whole lot easier. See it, find it. AutoTrader.
Hey, what's the easiest way to find out what channel the game's on? Sports on What? Subscribe to the Sports on What app and quickly find the channel for every provider. Satellite, cable, or streaming. Sports on What knows the channel a game is on, and you can too. Download today.
The Men's Room presents Profile This.
And Stephen Throwhill, could you please tell everyone how Profile This is played? I sure can, Miles. It's a simple game where we share with you a real-life news story, something that happened right here on planet Earth. Earth. And as you listen to the story, based on the stereotypes you believe to be true of people and the decisions that people make, we'll ask you what it is you think makes the story a story. Hello, Jose. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
All right, Jose, you understand how this here game is played?
Yes.
Fantastic. You have your choice of one of three stories. Today, we offer you interior decorating, where you guess the foreign object that ended up on the inside of someone. Hit me with your best shot, where you guess the unconventional object that someone chose to use as a weapon. And finally, today, the category of seriously, where you guess the petty conflict that led to extreme violence.
Seriously is a new one. Let's do that one.
I'm as mad as hell. I'm not going to take this anymore.
A 43-year-old woman in Florida named Natividad Auguste, she was arrested for aggravated battery. So what did she do? Well, she stabbed her boyfriend. Now, both Natividad and her boyfriend, they admitted to police that they'd been arguing, but they had slightly different variations of what happened. According to the boyfriend, after the argument, she was swinging an 8-inch knife at him and it gashed his forearm when he tried to defend himself. Natividad, on the other hand, she says, yeah, I attacked him, but not with a knife. No, she says she attacked him with a napkin holder. Now, the cops pointed out that whether it was a knife or a napkin holder, she just admitted to assault because Natividad is not bright. Natividad is also under arrest. The question is, what were they arguing about that led to her getting all stabby? Is it that he wouldn't let her check his text? He wouldn't eat her cooking. She wouldn't let him check her text, or they were arguing about what to watch on TV. So again, did they get into this argument because he would not let her check his text? He wouldn't eat her cooking. She would not let him check her text, or they're arguing about what to watch on TV.
Well, if you're talking about eating somebody's cooking and being upset about it, you're talking about somebody who really loves their cooking. So, Yeah, that's tough, man. That goes up there. I mean, honestly, not checking the text. I don't know. What do you guys think?
So she said I stabbed him.
She says with the napkin holder. He said it's a knife. The cops go, doesn't matter to us, man. He's still bleeding out of a gash on his forearm.
I'm going to say, based on the fact that she attacked him, that he would not let her check his texts.
Yeah, but also you got the napkin holder in there, right? So maybe they worried. I don't know.
Did you say napkin holder or napkin dispenser?
Napkin holder. I'll try to be more clear in the future.
Well, no, napkin dispenser makes me think they're sitting in a restaurant.
Right.
So that would rule out her cooking.
Sure.
Right? Which would also kind of rule out the TV.
Correct.
But I think it's more of he wanted to see her text. She knows she's guilty. So she gets so mad she stabs him.
So he would not let her.
So, Miles, you're going with he says no to her about checking text.
Yeah.
Ted's taking the opposite. She is saying, no, boyfriend, you ain't checking my text.
All right, Jose, what are you thinking?
So Ted's saying out of defense, so she's on the defense. Miles saying she's on the offense. I'm staying with the food, man. Let's go. Come on.
All right. What was the reason for this conflict? He would not let her read his text messages. He had a problem with the cooking. She would not let him read his, or about television. We'll find out next.
That was a tease.
You are listening to The Men's Room.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. A.K.A. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
Mom, I need to lay low for a few days.
Lay low? What's going on?
I only paid for this Hyundai Tucson.
Christopher Allen Lynch.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. Get the car or SUV you want at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0.99% APR for 60 months or $7,500 EV bonus on the Hyundai Ioniq 5. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end March 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
There's one thing that will forever change the way you sleep, and it's the softest 100% organic cotton sheets from Boll & Branch. You'll fall asleep faster, wrapped in the most luxurious comfort. You'll never sleep hot again with sheets that feel breathable to sleep in. You'll experience the purest softness on night one and feel your sheets get even softer with every wash. Discover the difference with 15% off your first set of sheets at bollandbranch.com with code Odyssey. Exclusions apply. See site for details.
The debauchery rolls on. You're listening to The Men's Room with Miles and Thrill. 99.9 KISW.
Category is seriously on profile list to try to figure out what the source of the petty argument was all about. In this case, we got a woman in Florida. She was arrested after stabbing her boyfriend during an argument. Question is it because he would not let her check his texts? He had a problem with her cooking. She would not let him read her texts, or were they arguing about television?
And Jose, that is a question that we posed to you. Let us start with Miles Montgomery.
Mm-hmm.
You said that he did not want to show her his text.
Thus, she got ticked off. Nope.
Now, Ted, you took the opposite end of the spectrum and said because she did not want him to read her text.
Right, she knows she's in the wrong. Nope, all right.
And Jose, you said it's about food, man. He just did not want to eat what she cooked. And you are correct.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, look, before you ask, I do not know what the meal was. I know that's the first question.
I was about to ask.
I read like 3 different versions of the article, and none of them indicated what she cooked. But my man was just like, I am not eating that. So she stabbed him.
I hope it's something fancy.
You think fancy?
I mean, I doubt it was.
I
but
think
I hope
it's her go-to.
I hope
like,
at least it was a stabbing over something, like a beef Wellington.
I bet
or
you.
something she had
No,
really worked on.
It's like, I do the best Velveeta and Spam soup in all of Florida. Try it. Like, nope.
Yeah, you're not going to eat my fried bologna?
If it wasn't Florida, I would agree with you.
I know. Yeah. But in theory, it's nice to think this woman took all this time making beef
for
Wellington.
2 days.
And then this
I've
guy's
been
just
doing
like, well, honey, it doesn't taste like it should.
I don't like escargot and caviar.
There's nothing wrong with grits without shrimp for dinner.
Yeah, right.
Now, for all TV news all the time, it's time for TV Time with Ted.
And now, because your pathetic life is confined to countless hours in front of a talking box, the Men's Room presents TV Time with Ted.
All right, your choices today. You got Tomlinson,
Taylor,
the Jimmies,
Fallon and Kimmel,
Seth Meyers, Colbert,
Steven.
You always say Steven?
Well, I mean,
it is, Steve.
All right. Or Smith.
Ted.
Is it Ted or is it late night?
It is right there. The title of these guys have teams and talents and writers, something to come up with monologues each and every night. It is up to you to determine, is this an actual late night joke and from whom, or could it be a The Ted Smith original?
Don't know if you guys know this, but I recently found out that the first lady doesn't have to be the president's wife, which is what I've been saying for years, said Bill Clinton.
The Ted Seth Meyers.
That's me.
Damn good joke. That's awesome.
A Florida man was arrested after stealing diamonds by swallowing them at the Tiffany store in Orlando before running out the door. Wow. And you thought getting a blood diamond was bad.
Foul.
Seth Meyers.
A Florida man was arrested recently after he allegedly swallowed 2 pairs of diamond earrings at a Tiffany store in Orlando before running out the door. Wow. And you thought getting a blood diamond was bad.
For the first time ever in the game's history, the 2026 World Cup final will include a halftime show. And right now, somewhere Drake is like, oh no.
Fallon, The Ted Smith.
That's Fallon.
For the first time ever in the game's history, the 2026 World Cup final will include a halftime show. Ooh. Right now, Drake is like, oh no.
The frozen pizza company DiGiorno has partnered with the makers of Hidden Valley Ranch to make a chicken bacon ranch stuffed crust pizza. So I guess add Italy to the list of countries that hate us.
Foul. Yeah, foul.
Myers.
The frozen pizza company DiGiorno has partnered with makers of Hidden Valley Ranch to offer a chicken bacon ranch stuffed crust pizza. So I guess add Italy to the countries that hate us.
Which I definitely will try that.
Yeah. I got no problem with that at all.
Yeah. I follow a guy on Instagram that makes pizzas for Papa John's, right? Mm-hmm. And like people give him a hard time, and he's like, dude, honestly, I've been doing this so long. Like
you get bored.
Well, no, he's also like owns a franchise now.
Oh.
So he's like, I just post the videos because, he's like, look, the job helped me. I love it. But stuffed crust pizza, it's almost disappointing when I watch him make it. It's exactly what you think it is. It's just two like a mozzarella stick or mozzarella. Yeah, just in there. Like, okay.
But it's good when you eat it.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess I thought
you wanted more.
Yeah.
Here's our secret recipe. String cheese.
I know. I just asked you guys this before we went on the air, but has anybody watched The Penguin yet?
No.
All right. So I got 2 episodes in yesterday on the plane. It's really good.
Is it really good?
Yeah.
That is what I've heard. All right, cool.
I mean, I like the crime drama stuff already.
Yeah.
But then also, like, what was I going to say? I don't know enough about the Batman series, but there's definitely, like, they're all involved, right? Because it starts with, like, the waterfront getting blown up because basically the Riddler did that.
Yeah, based on the movie, yeah.
Right? Like, Mike, what was the movie where was it the Riddler that came back in a different mask and everything? And they were like, oh,
came back in a different mask.
Yeah, it's one of the classic characters, but he wasn't like in the green, like Riddler suit. He had like this like gas mask on.
That was the Robert Pattinson. That was emo Batman, yeah.
Emo Batman. So it kind of ties into that. And then the Penguin, as we see him now, is just a gangster. He's not he's not high up on the list yet, but I'm sure eventually he'll transfer into the Penguin.
Yeah.
And then they're also
talking crook nose and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like crap. It's kind of shocking. It's Colin Farrell. And then also they're talking about drops, which I think is a drug. It's definitely a drug, but I know in one of those Batmans, like the drop showed up and this and that. Again, if you actually are a comic book person, it sounds silly what I'm saying because this will all make sense to you. But even if you're like me and really only know like Batman, it's a pretty easy, good series to get into.
All right.
Now, obviously, it's violent. You got to be aware of that on the plane. So
it's one of the things I appreciated about emo Batman. They kind of recreated some of those characters. So the Riddler is not silly. He is an absolute psychopath.
Correct.
And the Penguin was like hardcore mobster.
Right.
They've never been portrayed that way, so it's kind of cool to go like, okay, if you're trying to actually make sense of them in this world, that's who they'd be.
Right. You never think about the Penguin like living above ground and just being an Italian gangster.
Yeah.
It's just a nickname.
Like the Joker started out doing stand-up.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of all those kind of stuff and movies, anytime you have a superhero or super villains, those are big movies. Those are billion-dollar movies. So I have a list here of actors who turned down billion-dollar movies.
Okay, that doesn't mean that they were going to... You don't know what their salary was going to be, but the movie made that much money? Is that what you're saying?
Correct.
All right,
exactly.
Gotcha.
Right. They don't pay somebody $1 billion.
No.
So first you have Michael Douglas. He turned down a role in Frozen. Most people suspect it would have been Olaf.
Oh.
Michael Douglas is Olaf? I mean, look, man, I hated the movie Frozen. I'm just a dude, and I was an adult. The movie came out. It sucks. But that said, what's the guy's name that does Olaf? He's the perfect voice for it. I can picture him.
Josh Gad.
Josh Gad, right.
All right.
Yeah, he's the perfect guy for it, based on how the...
Honestly, put him in there.
Maybe they would have written the script different if it were Michael Douglas, but based on the words that came out of Olaf's mouth, maybe Jack Black could have done it, but there's very few people, I believe, that could have kind of created that character.
David Cross, reference to his Arrested Development character in Avengers Infinity War. He turned that down.
Dude, if it's Avengers anything, just take the deal because you're going to make an S ton of money.
Look, right, like I do local radio in Seattle, but like people around the country have no idea who I am. If they came to me and said, Ted, we want to put you in the next Avengers movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is it? You're going to play the worst thing imaginable, right?
Cool.
Like I'm a super racist
pedophile.
Right, just terrible human. We're like, it's an Avengers film, huh? I'll take it.
Can I get a percentage? Don't give me salary.
Yeah.
Give me 1/2 of 1% of what that movie makes.
Racist pedophile. That is awful.
That is pretty bad.
Not super racist, Ted, was bad enough. Jesus. Denzel Washington, he turned down a role in Furious 7.
He could, though. I mean, I feel like there's a difference. At that point, he's so established, like, nah.
This one's a little different. Bill Hader and Mindy Kaling both turned down roles in Fear and Disgust in Inside Out 2.
To me, that seems like the best gig you can get in the sense of you're just in the studio. You're not physically being filmed. It's just you sit in front of a mic, do whatever voice they think you can do, and then do it.
Now, here's one. I get it maybe because of time, but I wish he had done it so more people that don't watch the sport would know who he was. But Sir Lewis Hamilton, he turned down a role to be a pilot in Top Gun Maverick. We don't know who Lewis Hamilton is. He's the winningest F1 driver of all time.
Yeah.
Also a knight because he's English.
Sir. Yes.
And they were like, hey, good work. Miles, Lewis Hamilton, big change this year in F1. He went from Mercedes to who?
Ferrari?
Good call, Miles Montgomery.
Right. Okay.
F1 authority. And I agree. He does look good in red. Benicio del Toro. These are actors who turned down billion-dollar movies. He turned down, he was going to be Darth Maul.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't have known it was him.
Yeah, the way his face is constructed, I feel like somehow I would still know. It's like, is that Benicio del Toro?
It's like the Mandalorian. You know, you're like,
But he doesn't, look, maybe he does know martial arts skill. The whole thing about the guy that played Darth Maul is he didn't speak. It was a voiceover, even when you heard his voice. He was just a high karate man.
So like Elvis.
Elvis. What are you talking about?
Elvis did karate.
For real?
Oh, he used to do karate moves on stage when he was performing.
I want to take you down.
Just like Vince Neil.
Hi-ya! Oh, that's like a real thing, man.
For real.
Oh, yeah.
Elvis.
I don't know that...
Karate chop.
I don't know that he legit had a black belt in it, but he had a karate black belt. He took classes, and you got to remember, though, he got a black belt from a dude in, Toluca? Where's he from?
Memphis?
Oh.
He's not from Memphis, though. He's from a smaller town.
Oh.
Toluca or something.
All I know is he looks like older Steven Seagal when he's trying to throw people in Russia to make him look dominant. It's like, Steven Seagal at one point in time was pretty badass, but not now. So Elvis,
you can't touch me.
You're just joking around, man.
Don't mess with me.
Like I would attack you. I would have no fear.
Well, that's like, have you ever seen Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story?
Yeah.
As he's coming up, they go on and they're going on after Elvis, and he's like, Elvis, that was a great show, man. He's like, you always got to, hiya! He's like, you got to be prepared. That's basically all he does is almost karate chop him 4 times, and then Elvis walks off with 4 women. Now, that's obviously not real, but I feel like it could have been. Runa Mara turned down a role in Rogue One, a Star Wars story.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Damon turned down the role as Jake Sully in Avatar. Josh Brolin turned down Owen Grady in Jurassic Park. And then the biggest one, $1 billion movies, they turned down Robert Downey Jr. They wanted him to be Tony Stark in Deadpool and Wolverine, and he said no.
I've been Tony Stark. I have made an S-ton of money doing this.
And he would have been in the movie for 3 minutes.
That's all he needs.
Seriously.
He is a scene stealer.
yeah.
When he's on screen, it belongs to him.
Yeah, and I told you, I'd watch that one again. I started watching it on a plane and just did not realize how graphic the violence was. And nowadays, they have that little thing in the seat in front of you. You can flip it down and put your phone up there.
Yeah.
To watch it. But there's a 12-year-old and an 11-year-old next to me. The dad's in the row in front of them. So, I mean...
Those kids want to see it, man.
That's what I'm saying. It was the opening scene, and I was like, turning this off. Right?
They looked at you like, you bastard.
Come on, old man.
This is gonna
You're
be
not
their
my dad.
This is going to be their lucky day.
Exactly.
It's like, oh, sweet. The guy that keeps half falling asleep snoring won't even let us watch the movie. Let's see. What are you going to watch tonight? You got a bunch of choices, but I'll try this accent. It's a new accent, Mike.
Here we go.
But if you really try to sound like a sexy woman, if you really want to watch something, watch Jimmy Kimmel. Jennifer Coolidge. That is the worst Jennifer Coolidge of all time. Oh, God.
Thank you, Ted. We appreciate it. Headlines are coming up. You're listening to The Men's Room.
The Men's Room returns with Miles and Thrill. Now, let's see what's happening in the real world.
All right, here we go. An Australian woman going number 2 realizes she is not alone in the loo. We head to Arizona where looky there, is a giraffe that escaped from the zoo. Man goes to Uncle's house, which he didn't know was booby-trapped inside. Passengers get booby-trapped on a plane and do not enjoy the ride. And to Boston, where a woman running through traffic takes a bite out of crime. It's time for your headlines.
Now, it's time to hit the headlines. Here's my car.
All right, our top story. We go to San Francisco where 2 grown-ass men are disappointing a generation and a fan base. A video was uploaded online that features the 2 getting into a physical altercation in front of a Pokemon card vending machine. The 2 were waiting outside of the store for cards to be restocked so that they could scoop up a bunch of packs before anybody else. The conflict began, you see, where one of the 2 had actually just waited in his car for the machine to be restocked, believing himself to be first, and cut to the front of the line where he noticed that the cards were ready to be bought. This obviously did not sit well with the man that had been waiting outside the store itself, and the 2 eventually fought it out. Police were called and one was arrested. Pokemon cards.
You're grown men. And it's about being first in line, right?
Correct. Which means that tells me that you intend to buy the entire thing out if you can.
Yeah.
Because again, it's these streamers, they're doing these unpacking videos where they're all setting up the cameras and they're trying to find the major card that's going to make them big bucks if they can find somebody to buy it. And that's everybody's investment these days is buying these cards. And it's like...
You told me that.
Look, when I was a kid, that's when Pokemon cards came out.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And then you hoped that you got it. And yeah, you bought plenty of packs to hope that maybe one day you could get the holographic Charizard card, whatever it was.
Or buy the Cheeto. Yeah.
Or buy the Cheeto, no kidding. But you're ruining it for other kids who are now at the age where they should be enjoying this.
Yeah, they genuinely like Pokemon.
Right. You're doing it for a business. They want to do it for fun, and you're ruining all the fun out of it.
Yeah.
Well done. Well done.
And you're fighting each other on top of all of that.
Right.
And when you see the picture of the guys, I'm like, neither of you look like you should be in line for Pokemon cards.
No.
Come on.
Well, that's kind of what happened with autographs, too.
Yep.
Yes.
That's why a lot of stars you see don't give as many autographs, because half the time it's the same people just using them to resell.
Absolutely.
As opposed to signing it to a fan that just ran into you in front of the hotel.
Exactly. Golly. Can we just take a step back? Can we relax? Can we not make this a thing?
Nope.
In other news, down to Houston where a flight was delayed, but at least the passengers got a show. It's not known why. Yeah, it's a good call, Miles. You know what? Yeah. It's not known why, but at some point before the plane took off, a woman was demanding to get off the plane, but she did mention that she was bipolar. When she didn't get off the plane, she stood up, faced the rest of the passengers, and then proceeded to strip herself down completely naked.
Was she that ugly?
It's not that. It's just, that's not where you expect to see nudity.
It's not that I expected. That's what makes it better.
I mean, at the end of the day, boobs are going to be boobs.
Yeah.
But
she looked a little bit out of it. I mean, don't get me wrong. The crazy outweighed the nudity.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah. Like, did you ever see The Shining?
Yeah.
Remember the gal in the hotel room?
Yes.
Yeah. Boobs are boobs, but at some point it's like, I don't want those.
No.
I don't want those. She then put on quite the display, shouting while walking up and down the aisle in the buff, even going as far as to bang on the cockpit door, demanding to be let in, which is always a great idea. Eventually, authorities made it onto the plane and arrested her, though it's not known if she's going to be charged. She was brought in for a mental evaluation, which, if you strip naked on a plane, that's a good case that you need a mental evaluation.
Start there.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like the idea, though, that she just wanted off the plane, but if you're going to go crazy, you got to go full send crazy so that you don't get charges.
Naked does it, man. That's just right.
Like, you just got to let it all go.
Is he a bank robber? Is he a crazy bank robber?
That's right.
What do you mean? Is he wearing clothes?
Right.
That's it. To me, it's the whole thing.
You're right. Maybe even something as horrible as, like, a man cut his ear off of the street. You go, horrible. Man cut his ear off of the street while naked. You're like, oh, that guy needs help.
Yes, he does. Oh, my.
If you need sympathy, get naked.
We need to help him. Over to South Carolina, where an incarcerated man's sentence just got longer. The man is serving a lengthy sentence in Maryland, and luckily his nephew was kind enough to check up on his house while he was incarcerated just to make sure that nobody had burglarized, vandalized, or was squatting there. He walked in through the front door and was unfortunately greeted by the man's home security system. A booby trap that he had set up, which fired a loaded shotgun at the front door. The nephew was hit by the blast and unfortunately did not make it through his injuries. The uncle,
that's amazing that a shotgun could kill him through a door.
It was
so he must have opened the door successfully and then bang,
So they said that it was attached to the back door of the house, pointed at the front.
Okay, that makes sense.
And there was some big string that was attached to it or something with a lead
he's
pipe.
incarcerated. His nephew goes over to check on his home and he gets shot.
And he gets shot and killed.
Jesus.
And now he's got murder charges that are added to it. Which, side note,
well, there's your paranoia, right? Sometimes check it a little bit.
Right. Why is your nephew going over if you have a booby trap?
That would be my question.
Well, he wouldn't know that. He's going to check on the residence because his uncle's in jail.
But I feel like he might have told his uncle, hey, I'm going over to your place.
Apparently not.
Yeah.
Or his uncle would have said, no.
Definitely not.
Don't go.
Go in the back door. Go in the back door.
You don't understand, yeah.
Like, crime. Again, there's your paranoia. Yeah.
Just keep it in check is all.
Correct.
Right? That's all.
Correct.
Keep it in check.
Let your family know that you've booby-trapped your house.
Let them know you're crazy. They got your back.
He's a whiz. But just in case those stories left a bad taste in your mouth,
thankfully, there's good news.
Down in Arizona, a zoo in Tucson had to delay an opening for a day thanks to an animal that had escaped its enclosure. Now, before you get spooked about a lion or a tiger on the loose in the park, it was a giraffe. Probably, my opinion, one of the hardest animals to get loose of its enclosure.
He probably just stepped over the fence.
And a drive.
Do you know why, Mike? Did you read the story why?
So it seems that the animal was a newer addition to the zoo and was interested in some tasty-looking leaves on the tree
He
near
saw
her
a
enclosure.
tree over there. He's like, I want to eat that.
That's
thing.
right.
So he just walked over and started just chowing.
She managed to escape and nibble on a few, and eventually returned to her pen of her own volition. And the park immediately began measures to make sure that didn't happen again. They had to delay the opening the park for about 90 minutes.
It was a mesquite tree, so it must have tasted like barbecue.
I guess maybe you can't predict that, but now that you know, maybe move a mesquite tree into their enclosure.
Sure.
Keep her there, keep her happy.
Let her enjoy some.
Oh, yeah.
Giraffe is loose. Men's Room Sports are brought to you by the fine folks at Sports on What? College and NBA basketball is what you've got on tonight, as well as some NHL hockey featuring your Seattle Kraken hosting the Nashville Predators, and we finally have a televised... they're in Nashville against the Predators, and we finally have a televised Mariners spring training game as they take on the Arizona Diamondbacks in a split squad match. Find out where to watch all those games in one convenient location, the Sports on What app. As far as your weather, the clear skies today continue into clear skies tonight with a low of 37. Tomorrow we're going to have plenty of partly cloudy skies and a high of 57. That's it for your headlines. With that, Mike Hawkins out.
We'll see you for the weekend. The return of Ted versus the FCC and a Bad Choice Friday. The lovely Jolene is up next.
Yes, indeed. It is all true, but in the meantime, we be all about this bitch. So until next time, please do what you do best. And for Aletha's sake, stay beautiful.
The Men's
Men's Room has been taped before a live studio audience. Wardrobe and makeup provided by Mantastic Limited. This has been a presentation of the Men's Room Radio Network.
Oh, man!
A Double Flush production.
Nerds! Today's episode is sponsored by Smart Travel, a new podcast from NerdWallet. Want to travel like a savvy jet setter? No, that doesn't mean monogramming your passport. It means making smart decisions every step of your trip, which means knowing your options. Smart Travel unpacks the facts, like which booking sites actually save money, how to fly first class using points, and if that fancy travel card is a smart investment. All so you can save more on your next adventure. Follow Smart Travel from NerdWallet today and start traveling like a pro.
Hiring is a lonely business. Posting jobs, sifting through resumes, interviews with unqualified applicants, being ghosted. What if you could link with dozens of qualified candidates who are ready to work right now with just one connection? That's Express Employment Professionals. Find us at expresspros.com. One connection, the workforce you need. Problem solved. Express Employment Professionals. expresspros.com.
Is your team at work feeling a little disconnected? Maybe the workflow's not flowing? Try Confluence by Atlassian. Confluence is the connected workspace where teams can create, organize, and deliver work like never before. In Confluence, teams can whiteboard their vision for any project, easily create or access the relevant pages and resources they need, and discover important context they might not even know they need. Plus, AI helps teams jumpstart brainstorms, organize information, and connect workflows, so teams can move efficiently and create alignment with ease. In fact, with Confluence, teams can see 5.2% average boost in productivity in 1 year. So if your team lacks confidence, try Confluence, the connected workspace where teams can do it all. Set knowledge free with Confluence. Learn more at Atlassian.com/confluence. That's ATLASSIAN.com/CONFLUENCE.
Working as a dedicated Fidelity advisor, I always ask, what's important to you? I'll look at those priorities and goals alongside your full financial picture to build a comprehensive plan designed to help grow and protect your wealth. With proactive portfolio insights and an eye on taxes, I'm here to help you make the most of your money. I'm Laura Maxwell, and I'm a dedicated Fidelity advisor. Learn more at fidelity.com/wealth. Investment minimums apply. Fidelity Brokerage Services, LLC, member NYSE, SIPC.
What's up? It's your boy, the Ted Smith. When that pipe starts to trickle and you're in a real pickle, call Pinky. When that burst pipe starts to smell ripe, call Pinky. When your water heater's shot and it won't get hot, call Pinky. When you get home to a flood, call your best bud. Pinky's Plumbing to the rescue. No job is too big or too small. Pinky's does it all. So when your plumbing backs up and things get stinky, call Pinky's. Pinky'sPlumbing.com.